1, 2, 3. Woo, that was really good. Welcome back to episode 9. We're doing episode 9. We're gonna introduce ourselves first because I guess we need to do that every episode. So I am Lori, and then
I'm Lauren,
and then we've got our producers
Ben, Jackson,
and Jackson, and then we have our guest on today.
We have a very, very, very special guest.
Very special guest.
Oh, wow.
Thank you.
You're going to give your whole backstory on everything, and then we're going to go into San Diego, and then Arlington, that's coming up in November, and then we're going to talk about Panama. Okay. Natalie Parsons.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on here.
Who is Natalie Parsons?
Oh boy, that's kind of scary.
She's Mercedes' wife.
Start.
Wife, daughter.
Dividing quality.
That's what it is.
Who I married.
Okay, bye. Okay, give us the background.
Well,
Born, raised, everything, like sports
And then
you
like got
played,
into football.
all of it.
All
So
that.
okay. So Natty P, QB. That's my toggle. I grew up in Bountiful, Bountiful, Utah, just north of Salt Lake City. I now am an orthopedic physical therapist by night, to quote Kelly Stack.
she does like to do
And
that.
then she did the opposite, but I'm going to say I'm a physical therapist at nighttime.
Nighttime.
That sounds better.
A night therapist. A night therapist.
Oh boy.
Stop.
I grew up playing pretty much every sport there was.
Yeah. What kind of sports?
I played softball, basketball, volleyball. They wanted me to play soccer in high school, but I didn't.
They? Who's they?
Just like high school.
Yeah.
Who's they?
They.
Who are they?
Yeah. Like
Who are they? Who are they? But no, I mostly played softball and basketball growing up.
Yep.
I played collegiate basketball. I started off at Slick, honestly, because I blew my knee out in high school.
Oh wow.
So
Oh wait, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what'd you? Like what?
I
I
Exactly?
tore my ACL and then a meniscus, and so I was gonna go to like Gonzaga actually at high school, and that obviously didn't turn out. And I went to Slick, and I loved it.
Yeah.
Honestly, Slick, Salt Lake Community College. If y'all don't know,
Slick's a good place
Well,
to
and it
start
sounds
out,
like
though.
it's a good like community. You know, just knowing a lot of people that are coming from Slick.
Oh.
You guys are like all
my God,
super tight knit.
by far, like I would have stayed there all 4 years if I could have.
Oh really?
And like, shout out to Becky Spexter. Like, she's like my mom.
Yeah.
And I love her to death.
Well, it's like
Mom.
hearing, obviously we've met a lot of your friends and other people who have been through that program. And it's just like, it's an impressive program. Like they place athletes at some big programs pretty consistently.
They sure do, honestly. And it's all, like I said, it's all based off of the coach, like Becky Spector, and now Marcelina is there now, who took over from Betsy. And like, that's just a foundation.
Yeah.
And honestly, I've taken everything from there and put it into football, honestly, because I feel like everything in basketball transitions
really
to football.
does.
It
What do
really
you mean?
does.
What do you mean by everything? Like
It's all
actual
the skills I feel like you learn in
Sure,
basketball.
like you just like defensive concepts, like knowing where the ball's at, knowing where you should rotate. It's just like flat out simple. I don't know how to explain it.
I
better
know,
than
like
that.
I remember one of our first conversations me and you had is like, I don't feel like flag football, this version of flag football really feels like a marriage between basketball and football. And I think the reason that is because the size of the field is roughly the size of a basketball court. And on the other side, it's 5v5 like basketball.
Yeah.
So like you were saying, like the spacing of certain things, like the rotation, it feels like very basketball-esque in that format. Obviously, it's not a one-to-one translation, but there's just certain, like when you run one of the most popular defenses we see in club play is like a one high, like that's a 1-3-1. Like it's a 1-3-1.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Well, you see a lot of athletes that play, flag football now. They've come from playing,
basketball.
basketball.
Like, I feel like basketball players just understand their body a lot, and they know how to be running and also catch a ball.
Yeah.
Like, you have to.
Yeah.
Well,
right?
and that's what I found. Like one of the things I think guys take for granted who've been playing football is like you've been catching a football since you were, 6 years old.
Right.
You've been doing it for 10 plus years, and I think that's the hardest skill to attain for women who are picking up the sport. It's like it's such a unique skill set.
Yeah. I
catching
mean,
a
when you
football.
started coaching, Ben was just kind of like, just catch it. Just catch the ball.
Catch the ball. I remember him
just-
going like this. He's like, "Why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Like, why are you not like
Why
this?
are you
Like,
looking like an alligator?
And like to these three's credit, I was never them or Sage, because Sage used to play with us too.
Yeah.
Like never these.
Sage is, can we?
Nat's wife.
Yeah, can we?
Mercedes.
That's my little
is-
wifey wife.
Yeah.
That's my wifey.
She played
She
at
also
Duke,
played.
so she's very impressive. Coached at was it San
Diego.
State.
San Diego
Diego.
State. So I was actually, I don't know if I think I've told you this before, but like that was one of the things that like I was really impressed by you as Sage as a player, because she's coached college ball. Like she knows how coaching should be done, and like I think I was always a little bit
Intimidated?
not intimidated, but like if
am
there
I
was
doing
one
this
person
right?
who was gonna call me out and be like, "That's dumb," it was like her.
Right.
But like to her
He
credit,
would
she was
mention that quite a bit.
yeah, like,
the
but
first
here's
year.
the thing. What I've found is some of the girls that are coaches can be very uncoachable, whereas I always felt like Sage was so coachable and like great player. You know,
sure.
like we miss her. She doesn't play with us anymore, but we miss her.
Yeah.
Appreciate her
So-
contribution to the state.
Yeah, for sure. Why did we get off on that tangent though?
We were talking about
saying
San Diego
Sage.
State.
Oh yeah. We
We were just introducing
she
Sage.
goes-
Oh, we were just talking
'cause we
about like,
mentioned
now back
Sage,
to it.
but then
I was talking about my basketball
Right,
stuff.
right,
so
right,
I was at
okay.
Slick, right? I went there. I transferred for my 2 years to Rutgers,
Right.
which is New Jersey. Played in the Big Ten. It was actually the first year they were in the Big Ten.
Oh, wow.
Rode the bench, honestly, to be honest. Did not play great. Like I could not shoot the ball for whatever reason, and that's what I was. I was mostly like a 3-point shooter. Like I was very more offensively minded.
Yep.
Which makes a lot of sense now. But so did that, and then I absolutely hated basketball. Transferred to Westminster here in Salt Lake City for my last year, and absolutely loved it.
yeah.
So
Westminster's a good
Yeah.
basketball team.
So just kind of not a good fit at Rutgers.
yeah, just not a
Gotcha.
great fit, honestly. And yeah, I think there's
What
a lot
made
of
you
like,
go to Rutgers? Like, just the
I mean at
New
that
Jersey's a big jump, so
yeah.
I mean the white
Like
girl.
you,
from-
yeah, I was
Little
gonna say
powerful.
from New Jersey. That's a
no,
Back to the big city.
yeah, like it was a big name at that point. Actually, they had won the year before. They had won the WNIT.
Well, and I think, like, if I'm not wrong, like, it was UConn was powerhousing at the time, and Rutgers was one of the few teams that would challenge them at that point.
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, at that point when I was playing, it was like Brianna Stewart, and I don't think Nafisa was there, but it was like the run that they went 4 years in a row. And we ended up playing UConn at UConn the second round of the NCAA tournament. And I'm like,
holy.
oh, God, bless America. And my parents were there, and I was like, just watch this. I don't know what's going to go. How it's going to go. It's going to be real bad. But no, so then after Westminster, obviously I was kind of done. I kind of coached a little bit at Westminster after my year, but one of my Salt Lake Community College assistant coaches, Shorty, was like, hey, I play in a beer league for flag football. Would you like to play now that you can, or legally, and you can play? And I was like, yeah, please, anything, sign me up.
So that was the first time playing flag.
First time I've ever played flag football.
Gotcha.
Was when I graduated college. So, but I didn't start playing quarterback until about like midway through Crimson Wave.
yeah, because you had long
can't even
hair
remember
and a
what happened.
receiver.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you knew her when she had long hair?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
My hair was like down to my butt. And
Well, and yeah,
yeah, it was. I cut
everyone
it
had
off
different
when I was in
hairstyles.
physical
Nina had a
therapy
different
school,
hairstyle too,
I'll
and she'd
never
always
go
wear like a
back.
handkerchief thing,
Oh,
like different. Yeah,
I remember the ninja headband.
yeah,
Sure
but that was
went
crazy.
You also played tackle, didn't you?
I did play a year of tackle right out of college as well.
How was that?
Was it here in Salt or in Utah?
Yeah, it was called Utah Blitz.
Oh, okay.
They're no longer a team.
Yeah.
I've heard of them though.
They're kind of the Warriors though now. Kind of like their group is kind of.
Is Warriors still a
Warriors
thing?
not a thing either. I think
Yeah, they're still
They're
team.
still around.
They're still around.
I thought
Are they
they-
D2?
I swear
I don't know.
No clue. Yeah.
I just know that when I was talking to somebody, they were like, oh yeah, Warrior. There's us. I was talking to some of the Wildcats. They're like,
Still.
there's us, Warriors, and Falcons, and I'm like, Warriors. Like, how does Utah have 3 women's
Yeah.
Maybe
football
they're a different
teams? Like,
division.
they really should all try to get together.
They really should.
You know?
Like, can you? So yeah, how was tackle? How's playing? What did you play receiver?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was like the tallest person. Which I'm not the tallest person in this world.
I mean, 5'10".
like 5'10".
5'10's tall.
Yeah, that's
I wish I
that's
was
not
6
bad
foot.
for.
It'd be great. But no, I was like 5'10". And I was like the youngest on the team too, so it was kind of fun.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Ooh, I'm agile. There you go." But no, I think quarterbacking, something happened to Jordy, and they're like, "Can anybody else throw the ball?" And I was like,
I can
throw it. I played softball all growing up. Actually, I played shortstop, and I was like,
You've thrown like a football though before you just went in there and said like I can throw.
sure, just like throwing around,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
hanging,
okay,
right?
yeah.
Like I've always been able to kind of throw.
Yeah.
Like I said, like I honestly played more softball growing up than I ever did with any other sport.
Oh really?
I did.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and yeah, just took off from there, and here we are now. Honestly.
That's crazy. And then, so you've played with her then, like when it was
So we
Crimson
started
Wave.
Crimson Wave together.
We were receivers, right? Mm-hmm. Together? Yeah.
Yeah, it was you, me, Nana.
Not a lot's
Jordy.
changed in 2
Who was
years.
the center? Was it Kelly or was it Kate?
It was Kelly.
It was Kelly,
It
yeah.
was Kelly.
That's crazy. I
was
remember
Kelly.
we would like practice at East and shovel the snow off
Yep.
and try to do stuff.
Catching a ball at night when it's below 30
Oh my gosh, I
degrees
forgot
when
about
the
that
bullet's
too.
coming at you.
No,
It's
thank
rough.
you.
Those were
is rough.
interesting times. But yeah. No, that's crazy though. Like, it's so funny too when I look back at old pictures because people will be like, "How was a receiver?" I'm like, she's just as good of a receiver as she is like as a quarterback. Like, it's kind of nice though. And then you've also, now that I played with you more, like I've seen you at safety, I've seen you rush, like.
Well,
you do
at
everything.
tryouts, even this past tryouts, I think you just dabbled in everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
might as
it's-
well. Like, honestly, like, I'm gonna be honest, I would much rather be a receiver. It is way more easier.
It is
Yeah.
way easier.
But
So talk a little bit about like why flag football? What's the draw with flag football? And then like talk about your journey playing QB, the development of playing like becoming a QB.
yeah. So when I first started Beehive, because I know you guys explained that Beehive is it's a beer league right here in Salt Lake City.
It's a co-ed. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
way fun. Like, love my family. I played at the same team for the last 10 years. So when playing a Beehive, like, I was obviously like one of the most athletic girls there. Flat out.
Obviously.
Flat out. I was like 18, and like there's like a bunch of like 30-year-olds
Like,
like
fresh out of
drinking beer, and
college.
I'm like, no, let's fucking go. Like, let's go. I want to play. And so that I was like, ooh, when AC popped up and he's like, hey, would you be interested in playing in the 5-on-5 like girls team? I was like, oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Let's go. And so then it was like a whole different scheme of football. And in the Beehive with 8s, like way bigger field, way different schemes. Like, it's so different. But then you go to 5s against women, and it's, I don't know, it made me realize like how much of with basketball as a shooter, reading offenses and be like, okay, cool. If my defender's right behind me and they're following me, I'm curling this screen or I'm fading regardless of like what's happening, right? Like,
Yeah.
it was just, it's all about the reads. And I always loved that about offensive basketball, the X's and O's. And I was like, ooh, I'm kind of good at this too. It kind of just makes sense.
Yeah.
But it was something new and intriguing that I just like put some time into it and like watched more and things like that. And so as soon as we kind of transitioned to Utah Sting and we're trying to make kind of like playbook, like Ben and I, mostly Ben, honestly.
I mean, but like I feel like one thing I'll compliment myself on, like I feel like I'm sending you stuff like, hey, what do you think about this? Like,
Yeah.
do you like this? You know, and like even Jackson, I don't know if you saw, we added Ferrari to our playbook. Like,
Yeah, but he didn't do the skinny post.
no, I don't know.
Thank God. That's gonna.
Didn't work.
Here's the thing,
I
like he
think
can run
I-
things the way he wants them, like, and then
I
I'm like,
read-
I think
Yeah,
you'll
right.
see. I think the skinnier post is.
might change it.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Anyways, go ahead now.
So then like the first year it was like we were obviously working some kinks out, trying to understand like who we are as Utah Sting as a corporation, and it's
Right.
just like, oh, there's There were
Yeah,
some
what was
rough
your
times.
whole experience with that? I want to know, like, we've obviously have talked about it, but just, like, coming back from Crimson Wave and then
'Cause you
getting
guys
on to
went to
Utah
Worlds
Sings.
and then made Utah Sting, right?
Yeah,
Crimson
we went to Worlds with
Yeah.
Crimson Wave,
Yeah.
and
And then
yeah.
came back and Sting
next
was
year.
created.
Do you think you were done after Crimson Wave
Oh,
with
yeah.
Worlds? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Obviously, coaching was a very high thing, and I
Yeah.
was like, "This is stupid."
Yeah.
I was like, "I don't do."
That was the thing that was most surprising. So like me and Lori come to our first practice. You know, I watch how practice is going, and I'm just like,
What are we
yeah,
doing?
I can't help here.
Jax
Like
was
this
the
is,
same way.
and like as I get to know guys, I get to know you all better. Like I find out how many of you guys have played college sports, and I'm like, why are people like okay with this?
The thing is, I think we would straight up say no sometimes. Like AC would just be
Especially
like,
Kate.
"Hey, let's do this," and people would be like, "No, we're not doing that." Like, what are we?
Well, it's like there's this standard for like once you get to college sports, even amongst sports, it's pretty much the same formula for everything, right? And like, correct me if I'm wrong, but like you do some individual stuff, you do some like team oriented stuff, and then you're scrimmaging like that. Across the board,
We
across
just were never
every
allowed to
competitive
scrimmage.
sport I've ever been, like
Yeah, he hates
you are prepped, like the entire practice, even if you do individual stuff at the beginning of practice, it's all geared to prep you for scrimmage.
Correct.
You know, and like I imagine that's the same for basketball. I haven't played college basketball, but I imagine that's how it is.
Yeah, roughly, just depending on
Yeah.
like, the day of like. Oh, is it a day before a game? Is it more?
Of,
Just, like,
of course,
Well,
yeah.
and then
Right.
on top of that, like with
Exactly.
basketball, especially like when you're going to college, like it's every single day, and we only
Yep.
practice twice a week, so we have to really condense
Yeah.
it down. But
Well, what
yeah.
I'm just saying is like, I wasn't taking out like, yeah, before games, obviously we're not doing a scrimmage in football. Like we're just doing walkthrough or
Walkthroughs,
whatever.
yeah.
But like a normal practice, like you're doing some individual, you're doing some more team oriented stuff, but like in the end, you're prepping to scrimmage. Like
Yeah.
the whole practice is oriented around that important scrimmage time. And like when you guys didn't scrimmage the first 3 or 4 practices, I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
No, we did ultimate football or whatever that was.
I
was like,
forgot
what are we
about that.
doing
I don't
right
even
now?
remember that.
Yeah, like he would have us do. It was like ultimate frisbee.
I don't
but it
think
was
you were
with the-
there, Nat. You weren't there for our first practice. I'm pretty sure.
I
He's
don't
done
think
that
so either.
before, though.
Yeah, I was just like, what are we doing? Anyways, okay, so yeah, I want to know I don't think we've actually ever talked about this. What was your
Probably not. I don't think.
whole experience on this?
So literally, like the month before we go to Worlds, we had a playbook, and I absolutely hated it. I hated it because it was not working, and I like at this point, like I was putting a lot of time, like understanding and like, look, these concepts don't match what we're going to see defensively, and so like me as a quarterback, like this isn't gonna work.
Yeah.
So like I literally just started studying film, and to be honest, I took a lot of the Austria's team.
Austria.
I did. I took a lot of their concepts
Yeah.
because I was like their personnel and how they ran it. I was like, I love fundamentals, and like that was like I was like that we can do that. And so when we were at Worlds, like I basically just kind of
You like had to run the whole thing.
Yeah,
like you
I was like,
didn't. There was no.
we're running this. we're running this, and so then like we transitioned to Sting, and so then it's more so of like, you know, me and Ben starting to have like a better relationship, understanding of like, okay, cool, he can help me take that load off of me when I'm playing, because that first year in Crimson Wave, it's like, ooh, God, I am playing checkers and chess in my head
Yeah.
at the same time, trying to figure out, going off to the side, and no one's helping me.
Well,
Yeah.
I'd be kind of interested like there was that time period we were kind of deciding what to do. Like I said, from what I remember, like you and then like Nana, Maddie, like you guys were done. Like you just like, we're done. And then like we kind of, I think me and Laura were like, hey, let's try it again. But like get rid of, move on
We
from
had like
AC.
a whole PowerPoint
Yeah.
for everyone. Like,
And then like
hey, you
I'm kind
guys,
of curious.
this is
It
why
was
we
at
should
Kate's
keep on
house.
playing.
Yeah. And like, I'm kind of curious, like from your perspective, obviously we knew each other, but we didn't know each other that well.
Yeah.
And like, from what I heard through the grapevine, Sades was one of the big people who was like, let's slow down and like, let's you, and
Slow
not,
down.
I don't think it's any kind of way, Sades, but like, you were like, hey, like, do we just want to go with Ben? Was kind of your point, right? Am I misspeaking anything?
I don't remember.
Oh, you don't remember? And I'm not like, not
remember
offended,
either.
like, don't think of anything.
I just remember there was a couple girls that they're
Or,
just like they wanted like coach tryouts, and it was like,
And it was like Ben, Zay.
There was a guy
and
named Armando. He was in the running too.
Wasn't he a Falcons
Yeah.
coach, right?
Yeah.
Was he?
I was gonna say that sounds like a
Armando? I don't think so.
It's Gigi's
Gigi's dad.
Oh.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, yeah.
I do
Yeah,
remember that.
like he can sling
I do
it.
remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
he can-
Sounds like one of
I
the-
do remember that. He
Yeah.
was in Utah Flag League, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So, but
So like
yeah.
you get this proposal. Like I said, you know Lori a little. Like we're the newest member, like the newest members of the team. Like
Yeah.
what's going through your head with that whole process?
At this point, like I got the taste of like actually how good our team was when we finally like played, like because we were playing a lot of like weekend warriors and just like creaming people. And I was like, then we get to Worlds and we played in the comp
whole-
division, which is
yeah.
like still extremely competitive,
Yeah.
right? And we competed. Like, what did
Yeah.
we make to the semifinals for sure?
Yeah, so
Semifinals and
semifinals
finals.
in
Semifinals and
non-contact,
finals? Yeah.
and then
remember?
championship in aired out.
Yeah,
remember who you
yeah.
BOB. We lost to
Oh.
BOB,
That's right, BOB,
in,
that's right.
in
I forgot about
semis.
them.
Yeah.
Which they were really athletic.
Yeah, I haven't heard their team for a sec.
But like
Yeah.
I got the taste and I was like, oh no, this could be good. You know what I mean? And it's like for me, if I spend time with something, I just want it to be worth my time. Like I
Yeah.
play Beehive to go hang out with my friends, chill, right? That's my social part of it, right? But like I think after being a collegiate athlete, it's like there is a line.
Yeah.
There is a very definitive line
Yeah.
of like, no, let's go. Let me put all my whole heart into this versus like let me just be social and hang out on the
Yeah.
sideline.
Lori is not. I'm like you. Like I can be like I can turn it on and off.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Lori is not that way. Lori is like 100 miles an hour no matter what.
I would say
Die
powder
for a
puff
flag.
on Thursday. I was really good, wasn't I? Because
You were playing quarterback.
Yeah, but Lexi even came over to me. She's like, "I'm so proud of you. You gave her flags," or like you said, like,
Oh,
she
no,
did
no.
it.
What I'm talking about is like you have bruised ribs and you're diving for flags. Like
the only reason
bruised
why they
ribs.
scored.
She's diving for flags in Beehive. She's diving
saying
for
she
flags
goes
in a
hard, like, 100%.
scrimmage when
Yep.
we're evaluating for QB, and she's
Yep.
diving for flags after she throws an interception. It's like, what are
I
you
just
doing?
can't like because I took it chill the first time Sade scored on me, so I'm like I can't fucking take it. Oh, I can't take it chill. Like I can't, and it didn't matter anyways because I missed her flags. So I think she scored on me 3 times. I think it
One of
three.
them was partly, I
on
think,
you.
my fault because we were trying to figure out defense, and then he heard and was like, "Go," and because Nana was like, "Lauren, bracket," but I didn't know if she wanted me to bracket the outside or Kate on the inside, So.
Yeah,
Pick your poison, guys.
that's
All right,
true.
so your Worlds is a lot of fun. You see the potential. Crimson Waves is falling apart, and you guys have that meeting.
And you have a
where-
PowerPoint, and you're like, Ben, and then,
I don't think
Who's
I
this
don't
douchebag?
think everyone. I don't think everyone was 100% on board with Ben at first, and I didn't blame people just because like that's my
They
husband,
didn't know you
right?
guys as well? Oh,
well,
okay.
and that too. Like that was like what my second tournament with all you guys, so it's just like I don't
Yeah.
like I didn't blame you guys, but I don't know. I actually don't remember how we're just like okay, yeah, we'll roll with Ben. Like, did we just say that or?
Did
So
you
I can't
originally, you
remember.
guys wanted me and Armando to like do a tryout, and I was like, "That's silly. I could work with Armando. Like, if those are the 2 people that you guys want to go with, like, I don't like. My thing is like, I don't need to be the head coach. I don't need to be in charge.
help.
I just
Yeah.
want like if it, like there's other names that got thrown out there. It's like I don't want to work with them.
Okay, wait. Yeah, that's right. And then Armando just
Then it
just didn't end up.
well, it's like
showing.
it kind of ended up being like in the end, like you guys were like, oh, let's try out both of them, and then I call Armando and I'm like, hey, like I think like I've played against you. I think you have a lot to bring to the table. Like I think we could work together. Like let's just like if they're considering both of us, like let's just do it. I don't care if you're a head coach. I don't care. Like it doesn't
Okay,
matter to me.
that's right.
And he's like, yeah, that's cool. And then he never showed up to a single practice.
That's right.
That's
okay.
right.
Okay.
Again, but I want to go like where was your head at like now? Like what were you thinking at that point?
I'm trying to remember. I honestly don't remember like my first
Okay.
initial response, but thinking like now, like I think given the presentation, I was like, sold. Like you're gonna give me PowerPoint? Cool. That means okay, that's enough. Okay. No, but like I knew that you'd like played like collegiately and I was like, oh, okay. Knows what he's doing. Or like knows something probably versus nothing. But yeah, and I was just like, why not? Not doing anything. Like I loved football enough. I was just like, let's just
Roll with
give
it.
it a go. Let's
Yeah.
roll it, right?
So yeah, you were just like, we're gonna We're gonna do this. We're
gonna do this.
We're rolling it.
So then we roll into Worlds after that year.
Well, like talk through. I'm kind of like talk through San Diego, like your first tournament playing a Sting QB. Like, because for me that was the first the first tournament. Like obviously the first time coaching that first format, I was like, all right, we can do this. Like we're setting ourselves up.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I think our first game was against Top Shelf. Was it not?
Yeah, it was.
It was.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And was it non-contact was first?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was non-contact.
And we did do we did fairly well.
We won both of our pool play games.
Yep.
And then we made it to the
semifinals.
Yeah.
And then that's that controversial catch that you made.
Well, I don't know if you listened to the 7th though. Yuvia played on that team, and she's like, "Yeah, that was a touchdown."
I love how she admitted it.
No, I do remember that. Yeah, I was like,
I didn't have a good angle.
Was that the Oasis?
Yeah, the OSAs were like I extended, but I think it came down to like OSAs celebrated and we didn't, and so it's just like
you always got.
I think they were a little bit more. I think reffing was.
And without like filming it, that's such a tough call. Like,
it is because like you look at the picture and it's just like that's hard because her hands were already on my hips when I extended, and at that point I basically just kind of like leaned over. Yeah. But yeah, it's like that.
I just remember watching it from the sideline, and like Nat throws it. And it looks like she's throwing it to an ocean of Osas.
No, yeah, and then Nana. It was Nana more in the backfield, like, and then it was more Osas.
Lori just...
Yeah, I just like took the freaking post or whatever, and it just
came right to you. Somehow you got it. And then like I can't see it. Because like there's like... It feels... In the picture you have, it doesn't look like that. But like to me, it looked like there was like 3 defenders around you. And you just get clobbered.
Yeah.
You know?
I think... Well, because what happened was... you were throwing on the run. So I was only able to get it because it was a little underthrown.
Yeah.
And so all of the girls were actually on Nana. So then when I caught it, then they crashed. Yeah. And so eventually, like, all the girls came and, yeah. But
and then, like, you know, talking to the coach afterward, find out that a lot of those girls were on the...
Team Mexico.
Yeah, Team Mexico's national team.
They were.
Ben swears that the girl that actually pulled my flags...
she's on it now. Sylvia Contreras was on that OSAS team too.
I just don't know if that was her though.
Who? I don't know if it's that girl, but Sylvia Contreras I know was on that OSAS team.
I remember because I threw actually a pick and she was the one that did it, and it was like honestly, but like that tournament was the first time I was like, okay, I got to do a little bit of a better job of like reading defenses, right, and understanding a little bit more of like we were starting these like schemes, and I 100% was bought in, but it was like more of like being able to see it.
Yeah.
Well,
right?
And I would say at that point our playbook wasn't super developed. Like it had mostly good concepts, but like it was still very like rudimentary. Like it was there wasn't much nuance to it. I don't think we were, compared to our playbook now, I feel like we're really taking advantage of like we have a play for almost every situation, whereas there like we had like 3 or 4 good plays, 3 or 4 okay plays, and we were still working out the kinks. Like we didn't know what worked yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think for me too is like I figured out like, okay, no, Nat, like you need to go through our plays. You need to know first read, second read, third read, depending on the defenses, because that was when my eyes like opened up, was that semifinal, and I like vividly remember throwing a corner to Kelly, and like she was right there, just absolutely just smashes it, takes to the house.
And she almost slips on the concrete. Is
that the one?
Yes, I think it is that one. But there was like an underneath, and it's wide open, and I was like, okay, I'm not seeing what I need to be seeing. Right. So then we go to air it out.
We don't talk about air it out.
We didn't play air it out.
What do you mean air it out?
Which is weird because I feel like air it out is like our strong point.
Nah, we didn't play it that time. We just wanted to play one.
Yeah, what are you talking about? We didn't.
Who drew those?
It was bad. It was pretty bad.
It was.
We were down. We were down though. Like it was like 7.
Did you win both pool plays?
Yeah, we won both. No,
Okay.
so we won our first.
We won the first one, and then we lost to.
So then we play Osa's.
The white
not
jerseys.
Osa's white.
Yeah,
I guess
sorry.
that's not a thing.
Osa's white jerseys, and lost pretty bad.
Yeah. So it was so funny because we play that first Osa's team, and we're just like, okay, like we're feeling pretty good, and then we get the shit. We've said this before the play. We get this shit kicked out of us.
It was pretty bad. It was pretty
row.
bad. I kind of want to justify a little bit because at that point we were down to 7. Osa's, the white jerseys, they got to see 3 other games.
Yeah, they would watch you guys.
I don't feel the need to.
I had,
It just turned off.
honestly, like,
We got the sound,
okay.
so we're good.
after we lost that semifinal, I had a panic attack.
Oh, really?
I did.
Why?
I just felt like I did.
No, you were good. I was very, for our first tournament, I was very encouraged.
No, I like. Don't get me wrong. Like looking back,
We're
I
back
was.
recording, by the
Was
way.
it-
And this
wait,
is a good, this is
non-contact
great.
or aired out?
No, after non-contact. Like
Really?
Really?
Yeah,
'Cause I remember
I
the
left.
freak
I walked
out.
away.
I remember
and
after aired out.
Yeah, I had a panic attack, and then that's why like I was like mentally, I was like, Ben, take me the f- out.
That was aired out. You're.
I know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Remember.
saying.
What?
That's what I'm saying. It was
Okay,
it
so
was-
wait.
I don't remember.
Okay, panic attack, and then we
Because
went
you
and aired
and-
out, and you're like, I need it.
because there was a time like you and
Yes.
Sades were like kind of like where you were just having a hard moment, and
Yeah.
like Sades was kind of calming you. So it wasn't fighting, but like Sades was trying to help you calm down.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember anything happening before. I remember after the first, you didn't ask to come out in the Osa's Black game.
If Ben would have taken you out,
in
though.
the pool play game, I did.
She was.
We didn't play Osa's Black in the pool play game.
She was telling
I'm
you
saying air it
after
out.
semi,
Oh.
she
I'm
had
saying
the.
air it out.
After semis, between non-contact and aired out.
Yes,
Really?
I did.
Huh? I didn't know that.
I've never told anybody that.
Oh, I mean, I thought like I was
If you
very.
would have gotten taken out, would Lori?
I remember
played
saying
you?
no.
I don't know. I didn't care. I was
Oh.
like, give me the out.
Did like you.
Because I remember we did take you out for the second Osa's White game when we put Lori in.
I think so.
Yeah.
I was like, take
And
me out.
my thing is like I was
And you played receiver though.
Yeah.
Remember that? Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like, I
because
just
I
take
remember
me
like
out,
throwing
get my
balls,
head.
but I'm like, yo, Nat and
See,
Nina's
that's
catching
kind
them,
of
so I
nice,
don't.
though, to be able to like that your team could do that, right? Take you out, put someone in, let you go on receiver, because it is nice to be able
Yeah.
to like focus on something different, give back to your team some way, like.
Yeah.
because I remember talking to you guys after the game. It's just like, hey, like you're not gonna win them all, and if we're gonna lose, like I do not like if that's a team we lose to, I'm not mad about it.
No.
You know,
Yeah.
like they were good. Like
They were good.
I remember like I'll be being brutally honest, like I had been pretty unimpressed with like women's flag football play up until that point.
Yeah.
Right. Like even at Worlds, like they were really good athletes, and maybe I should qualify that a little bit more. Like not that the players weren't impressive, but like the like play design, the sophistication of the
Right.
sport, like
Yeah.
it just felt like very loosey goosey. It felt very like amateur, right? Then we play Osas, and it's just like, ooh, like to me, I've always really admired, like from the first time we played them, I've just always really admired them. I've always really admired the Mexico teams. Like it just kind of showed like there's a level of sophistication that we can get to, right? That already exists.
Yeah.
And it was just, to me, it created a really good benchmark to compare ourselves against.
Anyways, so
So that was the first tournament.
that was the
Yeah.
first tournament,
And there was
then
Colorado.
Colorado.
And you guys won that one.
I think Colorado was a good tournament for us. Like,
I think so too.
it kind of
Like,
showed us that we could win. We could, like, we played some pretty strong teams out there.
because there's like people that like you were just like, oh, they just like want to.
Yeah, I saw that, and
like,
I was
okay.
kind of bummed because I was like, this sucks. My team, I get like 4 people to show up.
Like, altitude sickness, like, we only played
They-
altitude sickness. They're good.
They're
Yeah.
good.
They're good.
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
and-
Miranda's one, like, she's a really good quarterback.
Well, even in
I think she is, too.
even in
Yeah.
Denver, she didn't.
Yeah.
It looked like she didn't really.
She hadn't been
be-
playing for, like, I think a couple years, right?
I don't know. I think
At least
they
on a
just
while.
play locally.
Gotcha.
They don't
Well, so
really
was
play.
Altitude Sickness one of the teams that was at the Colorado Weekend
Yeah.
Warriors?
Yeah.
And then who were
So
the
it
other
was really
teams?
just between us and them. And then there was some
Some
other.
rando team, right?
Yeah.
I don't
A
remember
green
their-
team. I think they had
There's
some
no
players
wearing
that
green
played.
shirts.
Yeah, they're just wearing green shirts.
Yeah.
It wasn't even jerseys. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's just
I mean,
three
it was cool
total.
that it was at like the CU,
Yeah.
CSU
Really cool
stadium.
venue.
Like, yeah, the venue was
So
really cool.
we played altitude sickness and pool play. We played them twice in pool play.
Probably.
I remember
Yeah, 'cause
we-
there's only three.
Yeah,
of
there's
us.
only
So we
three
won
of us.
because we won the first time.
like
Lost.
we
We beat them the first time, then they beat us the second time.
Yeah.
And then we saw them in the
So
championship.
we played them 3 times.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
like our last Weekend Warriors.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
And then like that championship game, I think was like the first time where like, because like what I told Nat when she was playing quarterback, hey, it's gonna suck until it clicks. Like until it clicks, like it's going to be a hard road. You're gonna feel like you're making mistakes all the time. And I feel like that was the first time for you, like it just clicked. Like you just were seeing, like instead of seeing people once they got open, you were seeing it happen before it happened.
Yeah.
You were anticipating it.
We're throwing to the open.
I agree with that.
Until it was open.
Man, that reminds me of my dad saying, "Just feel the clutch, Natalie. Like, feel the clutch." Like when you're like 14 years old having to drive your dad home, just
Like,
feel
I'm
the
trying
clutch.
to-
I'm like, I don't know. I'm trying to feel. That's what it made me feel like.
Well, because like I really think like the hard thing about QB and fives is it happens so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like your pre-reads need to be really good, and then from there you've got like you're gonna catch the ball, and then you've about a second to like decide what to do, you know, and like. Me, I don't play quarterback, right? I've just like for me, I'm very just involved with the conceptual parts. Like Jax does all the work on the actual QB stuff, and then he'll hand them off to me to like, get them to do it the way I want to. And like I just feel like that's I think I always understood it was really hard because like I was never like, yeah, like this is easy. Like what do you mean? What do you mean? Like I feel like I was always like.
Just throw the ball.
This is like,
Yeah.
I get it. This is hard.
Like, I think that's the
Sorry,
same thing.
I couldn't not
Just
have
throw
that
it.
in.
What do you
okay.
mean? Go into
You're
it more.
saying
Lori,
you're.
one day it'll click.
That's what it is. It'll just click.
You're
You're saying.
Lori, I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna throw this perfect ball, and he's be like, "It could have been a little bit earlier, or it could have been a little bit higher."
A little less there.
And I'm like, "Wait, score a touchdown, dude!"
I know that's what it is though. And
Yeah.
honestly though, I kind of like Laura and I had a conversation in San Diego about it where it's just like, but you see results, right? So it's like it's so fine tuning. Even in practice, it's really annoying, and I like want to strangle him. But like
We
you
know.
see, we know you see results, and so it's like, but you do feel like at the when you make a really good throw and they score, and then Ben's like, well, you could have done this, it's like. We just scored. What are you doing?
I know. The worst is when I like ran that ball in just this last tournament, and he was like, "Lauren, we don't want that. Why did you?" And that's like, we just scored. And I'm like, can't do anything right. Just I ran all the way down the field to school.
To perfection.
And the funny thing is, like
To
I
perfection.
like when I say, "Hey, great throw, could have done this." Like to me, that
All
is
we do is focus on
that is
the.
90% a
striving
compliment.
We don't care about
Take
the
away that 90%.
You
We will
got
forever
it. Like
strive
if
for
that
your
was a test,
approval now.
right? If that was a test, you got a 95, right? You got a 95. You did like that's great, but like it could have been a little bit better, you know?
Yeah.
And I get it. That's annoying, but like I don't
It's
know, like.
fine.
And we've talked about this before. I just like the thing that I look back for as an athlete is like I needed someone pushing me harder as an athlete, and I just didn't have that in high school.
Yeah.
And like so to me, it's just like I have so like what's been cool about this team is just like seeing the potential and trying to help you guys get through there. And like obviously like Nat, like you're the one I've worked with most over the past 3 years.
Yeah.
And just like seeing that progress, and we're skipping ahead, but like. Just especially that first year, like it felt like it was so. I felt like I was convincing you every week to keep coming because like it was so hard, and like I understood it was so hard, and like you didn't want to play quarterback, like you were not thinking that you were the long-term solution at QB.
No.
Even then, I can't remember. We didn't really talk about anyone else playing QB that first year. What did we?
First year Utah Sing?
Yeah,
I don't think.
No.
I don't think we
No,
even
I just-
considered
there
anyone.
wasn't-
I think
there
it was
wasn't,
like,
like, an
hey, it's
answer.
Nat, or
It's
we're
probably
not
just
Yeah.
like
moving
every
forward.
week you're like, let's just keep it at
Yeah.
that.
And then like my mentality is like, okay, like, and I don't know if we had this conversation. It's like, okay, we need Nat for this first year, no matter, because if you quit, it would have been done. Like no one else would have played.
Yeah.
Everyone else would have quit.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I remember like, and this kind of skip ahead. I just remember feeling bad. Like it did feel like there was a lot of pressure on you, and that was kind of tough. But like we go into Worlds, like, and I think Worlds was a ton. Our first Worlds, this Sting was a ton of fun. Like,
So then, when you guys went to Worlds, you were in comp. Was this the Worlds that you guys won?
Yeah.
This was last.
Yep.
2 years.
2 years ago.
Yes.
2 years. And I think Worlds 2 years ago, they did it where it was one format each day. When we went as Crimson Wave, they did all the pool play games for non-contact and
Oh.
aired
then
out, and then the
playoffs
next day, playoffs
Did
the
you
next
like
day.
that, or do you like what they do now?
I don't think I really liked it. Like, yeah, you couldn't get in your. The only reason why I would like it is maybe film, but I feel like when you do one format a day, it's easier to stay in your rhythm. I don't know about you.
100%. I think I've told Ben this before. Is like I would love to play both formats in one day. Listen, I'm a quarterback. There's a different
Keep
story,
your
right?
arm.
Yeah, like I'm in it. My brain's in
warm.
it. my arm can stay warm pretty much all day long versus like playing one format, going the next day, and like it might be a little sore, right? So the mechanics kind of just like sometimes get a little bit different. You kind of throw, like I said, you just throw.
You don't get sore throughout the day?
No. I love adrenaline.
If you, I love it. I love the adrenaline.
No, usually not for me.
I'm
But like
50-50.
it used to when I first started playing, like for Crimson Wave, like my arm hurt.
Really?
Yeah.
It hurt, and it was mostly kind of like my bicep, and like it was absolutely driving me nuts because I'm a physical therapist, and I was like, why is this happening?
Yeah.
Right? And so, and then, like I said, thanks to Jax, he was like, hey, Nat, like, you're kind of like doing this, and you're pushing the ball, and I was like, ooh, that's why my bicep hurts.
Well, I remember you guys talking, and you're like, oh, it doesn't hurt as much anymore. And you were like so happy. And then, like, Jackson, I think, loved it too because not a lot of people they're like girls he's helped will like listen and put work in outside of practice, actually.
Sure.
And you, like, would come back, you're like, hey, I worked on this. Like, it feels so much better. And I'm like, that's so nice to, like, have someone
nice.
That's so nice. Yeah, you listen.
Well, and that's something I've said. Like, one of the things I really appreciate about Nat is like, we'll talk about something, or I'll tell her to work on something, and like, I'll get texts, or like I can just tell the next practice, like, hey, like I listened to what you said, and I think you're right, or I listened to what you said, and I think you're wrong. And like I'm not like, for me, that's I'm definitely the kind of person like during practice, during games, like whatever I said, it goes. Like we're trying to be very efficient with time. There's a hierarchy for a reason. Even if I'm wrong, this isn't the time to address it. But like outside of practice, like I feel like I'm very receptive. Like Nat, we've told this story before. Nat was like, we were talking about stances, and Nat was like, I don't think you're right about this. And I'm like, I've watched some film. I don't think you're right about this. And I'm like, okay, let me watch that. And I watched it. And I was like, you're right. I'm wrong. Like, let's do it the way you were thinking, And like, I think that's something I need to do a better job of communicating to other girls. Like, hey, like, yeah, during practice, I don't want to have this isn't a time for conversations, a time for questions and time to like get things done. But in between practices, like, yeah, like, whatever you want to talk, like I'm here to like, I'm not the kind of person where like I think I'm right all the time. Like if there's something you think I'm doing wrong or like I could do better, like I'm happy to hear it, But like I just think in the nature of practice is like I don't have time to like talk everyone through every little thing. Like we need to be very team oriented, time oriented. And I think one of the reasons we've had a lot of success is I feel like we are very efficient with our time in practice. Like we only have 4 hours a week, and we need to be very efficient with it. And sometimes that means me being a little rude, sometimes being a little bit demanding, but it's just like, I just look at it that way. Like there's just so little time. Like we need to take advantage. If we're only I don't think many of us have the capacity to practice more than twice a week. And if we're only going to practice twice a week, we need to take advantage of every minute within that practice.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Also,
Okay, so we
going
go to
back to
Worlds, we
Worlds,
win Worlds. Where's your head after that?
I'm still wishy-washy, honestly. I was like, okay, this is great. I'm also in my 30s. Great.
So I think this was like one of the times where like there was like probably the most controversy amongst the team, because like me and Lori, we were like, okay, Nat did us a solid. Like she and Sage sacrificed a lot to help the team keep humming along, and like I know they've got other things going on in their lives, and so like we're just gonna give them space, right? Like we're just gonna let them, like, we're not gonna bug them about flag football.
That was the plan?
That was 100%. I sincerely, we had conversations about this, and we're like Sage and Nat because you remember you and Sage both told us like, hey, like I don't think it's fair, like you guys are putting this much pressure on us to like participate and do stuff. And I 100% agreed. Like we would put you in a difficult spot where like you guys have other parts of your lives, like you have other things you want to do, like you guys like to travel, you guys have a lot of family here in Utah, and like when the team is make or break based on you guys' participation, that's and we're all friends too, so like it puts you in a shitty spot where it's like you're not just letting down your team, you're letting down your friends. And so the intent was to be like very sensitive to her.
But I think the issue on our part was we completely cut off all communication, and that wasn't good either. And so I feel like you said we're all friends, so it's like it's not everything has to be football. And I feel like there was just some miscommunication there, because I thought we were giving you guys space, but I think it was like we should have given space for football, but we could still hang out. We could still talk. You know what? Do you know what?
Talk to me like a normal human.
What?
Talk to me like a normal
Well,
human.
it just kind of feels like our conversations always revolved around that, and like
Yeah.
I know there was miscommunication about that. Like I truly, our intent was just to be like, you were kind of deciding whether you wanted to continue, and we wanted to give you space to like evaluate that. 100%. But I do think this is why like we've had some problems as a board being like transparent sometimes, and not because we're being secretive, but like when you're not being transparent, it's like. I really think there was this thought that like we were trying to push you out. Like there was this idea that like we were just like, all right, like Nat did her thing and now we don't want her anymore.
It was
right?
the opposite. It's like, Nat, please come back.
Yeah, like the whole time,
Yeah.
like we're like, oh, we're gonna have to figure this out. Nat doesn't come back.
Yeah. Like, to be honest, like, yeah, like the first 3 years, like the Crimson and then the 2 years? Yeah, I think it's 2 years of you testing, right?
Well, at this point in the story, we're at 1 year.
We're at 1 year. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the whole both teams revolved around. If I didn't go to a tournament, we didn't go to a tournament, and I was like, oh man, like that's rough. Like
It's a lot of pressure.
It is. It honestly was, and it's like, but like, if I sign up for something, I'm in it.
Yeah.
And I'm going.
Right.
Right. So, for me, during that time, like, yeah, it felt like y'all didn't want me, to be honest. And
I'm confused.
Not
what
the
happened
case.
during this?
well,
It was
it was just one of those moments where it just like I think communication got lost. You know, literally just completely dead silent, and that just
it's kinda like
But
what
if they
you were
didn't
just
have
saying.
you, was then she going to like?
Yeah, that was the
she-
idea.
We were,
That
we
was
were
the idea,
prepping,
yeah.
myself,
Okay. Okay.
Laura at
Yeah.
that point was on as well.
Yeah.
And so it's like we were prepping to move forward with, the organization.
Like,
but I think
Nat wasn't ready to commit on
Yeah,
what
so
she
you
was
guys
doing
like kind of
yet.
like
She
in
was-
case she doesn't come back.
Yeah, like we
have these
were
people.
working. I was working with Laura and Lori
Okay,
pretty
and is that the summer
consistently
you were?
in the
Is
spring.
that always the summer you reference when you're like, oh, I was working with Laura.
Yeah,
a bunch
I was working with Lori a
before.
ton.
Okay.
I was working. Laura would jump in here and there, but like yeah, like we were prepping Lori to be the QB1.
Gotcha. And then you came back.
came back.
How much later was like?
So she showed up for tryouts. So by tryouts you had committed, right?
Like tryouts then still
Yeah.
like late summer.
It was I think it was like
Okay.
August.
Yeah.
she came.
August?
No, she came to some open
scrimmage?
practices too. I think
Oh, I'm
you
just
came
saying
to
she
the
hadn't
first
open
practice.
committed yet.
I hadn't committed.
Oh,
I just
okay,
came
okay.
just because it was like scrimmage, and I was
Yeah.
like, okay,
Yeah.
cool. Just kind of see what's kind of going on.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, because for me, like when I put something like when I put my whole heart in something, all my time, like I want to perform at the highest level.
For sure.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Not saying that we weren't, because we were performing at a very high level. We were doing very, very good. Right. So for me, it was just like, okay, I got to be doing everything possible to make myself better, which is a lot, honestly.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it can be a lot. So I think that's where I was kind of my head was at. But as soon as I made that decision, it was like, okay, let's go.
And that's something like once I think there were some frustrations, I'm not going to lie, but like the frustrations weren't about wanting you on the team. Like we always wanted you.
Yeah.
It was just like you were just being non-committal, and that was tough because like obviously as like the work that we had done that last year to get to that level with you, like now I needed to do that with if you weren't coming
Yeah.
back, I needed to do that with Lori, and we couldn't wait for it, and that put like that was also hard on Lori because like like Lori's a competitor, like when she's trying for something she wants to do it,
Yeah.
right, and then it's just but then
Not
she's like she's
knowing-
putting all this time into QB,
Yeah, and you don't know
and then
if-
being switched to receiver, you know.
So sorry.
Honestly, Utah seems better for it.
Yeah.
Like don't be sorry.
Hey,
Utah
just think
seems.
you can do more than one.
No, it's
position.
like
No, I am 100% okay with what ended up happening.
That's
like,
I mean, the fact though that you can just go back and forth, QB receiver, like
I
that is huge props.
don't
though.
know
So
if I-
Speaks to something.
Well,
It does.
Here-
Not
here's the thing.
everyone.
Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, was I invested in Lori at that point? 100%.
Yeah.
But like to me, like that shows the integrity of our process. Like when you decided, like, hey, I am competing for, because there was a time where like you were thinking maybe just coming back as a receiver, right? And that was discussion for a little bit. And then at one point you're like, no, I want to be QB.
Yeah. So what was that switch?
like I think the conversation I had with
It was
Ben-
like I just saw Lori throw, and holy, Utah
no,
sings.
shut
no, shut up. Do not put words in my mouth. No, it was more so of like, I like Mercedes decided that she was not going to be playing too. Okay, so in context, like my wife was also playing on our team, right? So like we got to spend a lot of time together because we go to practices together, right?
Right.
So when she's like, I don't want to play this year, and I'm like, okay, are you okay if I do? And she's like, yeah, that's fine. But like that was part of my decision as well. And I think when we were having a conversation, when I was having a conversation with Ben, it was more so of like, okay, well, if I'm quarterback, I need to come to practice, right? Which is what I do now.
Right.
But if I was more receiver, then it's like, okay, that can be a little bit more fluid.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, flexible.
A little more flexible.
Yeah.
And I think that was like what was kind of intriguing me at the moment. But then I think I finally realized I'm like, no, I think you're actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I think you can actually throw this football fairly decently.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's give it a go.
Yeah.
More, And man, I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like as I said, like I'm not gonna lie, like I in my mind, like that was the direction, because like whether you were playing QB or receiver, like you were gonna be a big benefit to the team, like you were a really strong receiver too. But like to me, it was just like that's why me and Lori were removed from the decision process, right? And it's not like I think I still would have chosen you if I was part of it, right? Just because like we did tryouts, and it was like. It was like you were, I think Laura and Lori at that point were nipping at your heels, but they were still behind you. And I'm kind of always been the person like,
well, sorry, go ahead.
You don't lose your spot to someone who's playing as well or almost as well as you.
Exactly.
They have to be considerably better. But even then, like to me, it's like it was important that Lori and I removed ourselves from the process and then just have the board and Freddie, the defensive coordinator, choose. And they chose you, and that's what we did, And like to me, like my intent whenever we started this was like, this isn't going to be Ben's team. Like I don't want it to be Ben's team.
Yeah, well, Ben was like, we need to put a board together for this nonprofit, and he's like, only girls are allowed, because it was with Crimson Wave before. Like it's when you have one person that
It just doesn't
loves the power. Wow, I haven't done that in a while. So yeah, you were definitely like, yeah, I don't even know where I was going with that.
Well, so after tryouts, then you guys went to San Diego again, right? And then were you guys still in comp, or were you at pro?
No, we were pro.
You guys weren't. You were on the team at that point.
Yeah,
Well,
yes, Lauren, you were there.
That was your first tournament, Lauren.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that tryouts, for some reason I couldn't remember. I thought Sarah G also was trying to be quarterback
It was
too.
the tryout, or it was.
It was
this
Laura,
past-
Lori, and Nat.
And this is the year that we also had Sean as a coach too
Correct.
for
That is
comp.
correct.
So yeah, it was
That
our
was
first year
last year.
with comp.
Okay,
Last
last
Having
year.
a comp
Last
team.
year.
Yeah.
Last
So
year.
yeah, you went
Yeah.
to San Diego. I like that facility a lot. Like a lot.
Highly recommend versus this last one. Need like a shuttle or something.
Yeah, watch out for those sand pits.
So yeah, like I sort of glossed over that second year because like honestly, what I felt like that year, like we got Kate back, we got a really strong receiving core. We went to San Diego. I felt like I feel like at that point, Nat, like you were really good, and then like you were just getting better every tournament, like just playing stronger and stronger and stronger. And then like I think it's worth it talking Worlds a little bit, that our second Worlds, because like we went and played against really good teams, like Shrooms, Game Changers, like
Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero,
First time playing
Cayenne,
pro.
Yeah.
some of the
Yeah.
best clubs in the world,
Yeah.
right? And like I felt like we competed against all of them. You played really, really well in all those games. You were top. What number were you ranked after Worlds?
10?
8.
11.
No,
It was
9. 8 or 9.
It was 8 or 9. I can't remember.
Sorry.
My wife's pulling up a 1 back there.
11.
Yeah, she's number 1.
Oh. I said 11.
Actually,
11.
No. It was
No.
the top.
I'm
No.
right.
Top.
I think
No. Hear me out. It's
8.
the Elite 11, and then I think she's ranked 8.
Oh,
I think it was
yeah.
I
think it was
actually.
8.
yeah, I think you were 8. And like we had some USA football scouts asking about you, and I think you were seeing like the hard work pay off. You were getting
Yeah.
recognition.
Yeah, because honestly, at that point, like before then, I was working my ass off. Like, I was running every single day. I'd love to run.
Ugh.
Love to run. But like
Gross.
I also go into that
Psycho,
45
like,
gym every
will
single
freaking-
day. I was doing shoulder exercises at work. Obviously, some physical therapist that just happens, unfortunately.
That's at that point you'd start working with Jax on your mechanics.
That too, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was just like a lot of things that like finally like since the game felt a lot easier, it was like, ooh, okay, let's do a little
Was
more
it 8?
performance
Okay.
stuff.
Is it?
So yeah, she was ranked 8.
Yeah, that's
at,
awesome.
At Worlds
I feel
last
like you
year.
could have been ranked a little higher, but yeah.
Oh yeah. Do we want to get into that?
Well, no.
At
some
Well,
point, yeah,
there
sure.
were just other QBs that I don't know. Never mind.
Definitely
Well,
higher.
Just gonna stop
I
talking.
do think maybe it's like their it was what, your second, third time. It's hard to say like you being noticed your first year at Worlds, but you know, this past time at Worlds, it was your third time, so like you have more people knowing who you are. They, you know, so it's like
Well,
I
we
think you're
competed
easier to-
against good clubs. You
Yeah.
know, like we ended up losing. Like I think that tournament was hard because like we lost the most we've ever lost in any tournament we've ever been to. You know, we lost 2 pool play games in the first format.
Yeah.
You know, against Game
Not the
Changers and
first
Shrooms.
format.
Yeah.
No, that was the second
The
day.
second
It was
At
aired
night.
out.
It was
Aired
second.
out,
It
yeah.
was second.
So non-contact,
You're right,
you won
you're right.
both of them.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
First day we
Yes.
did really.
Yes.
I thought the first day we did
100%.
really
First day we
good.
didn't even lose until the semifinals.
Yeah, and then that's
Correct.
when
Yes.
Yep.
Kate got hurt.
100%.
And we had to bring Mercedes.
Mercedes
and
came
Sarah,
in,
like,
did-
you were moving
That was the
around.
second day. Second day,
That's
you
when
guys.
she
That's when
played.
you won or
So-
lost.
And then
the
second day is when
two.
Nana got hurt, and then we
Nana got hurt.
lost.
Okay.
And then Mercedes.
So
came
you
in
know,
again.
to me,
I was
it like
dying.
it sucked because we were losing a bunch, but it was like, okay, we're losing against Game Changers, who's such a solid team
Yeah.
by a
Shrooms.
score. We're losing to Shrooms, who's got a bunch of national team players, and we lost by
we lost
lost
to
to
both of them,
Shrooms?
both less than a score.
yeah.
Because I remember
Well, a score is just like a
Because they asked you
Sure.
if you wanted to go into overtime
Yes.
or
I remember you
go for
like
two.
asking me, do you want to tie or do you want to
Or
win? And I was
win.
like, this is a pool play game. Go for the win.
Yeah.
I was like, this is why we chose these teams. We want to play them to see what's going on because we hadn't played them before.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I was like, I really don't care about if we win this game. It's a pool play game. Like, it's actually better for us to kind of get the ball rolling, starting off with pool play. Like, okay, this is the caliber that we need to be competing against, right? And we did. We ended up losing that game, but like, I still don't regret that decision.
Yeah.
No,
Not even size
100%.
And then was that pool or playoff game? Was that against Sub-Zero or Cayenne that we lost?
We lost in the playoffs.
Cayenne is non-contact, and then Sub-Zero
Yeah.
was aired out.
So
Which-
Cayenne, we played in the semis.
Yes.
to? Yeah.
And lost to
Ironically,
them.
both those Canadian teams
Yeah.
went to the championship,
Correct.
didn't they?
Yeah.
And we both lost to them by a score.
High
That's
score.
crazy.
And that's what I think we learned from that tournament. Is like when you're playing against other really good teams,
Yeah.
extra points. It's
Yeah.
who gets their extra points and who can it's who can control the time clock management is so important, right? You need to put yourself in a position where you need by the end of the game, you either need to be up by enough scores that they can't do one score to get above you, or if you have the ball in your possession, you need to be the kind of team that can march down the field, dink and dunk, and eat the entire clock so you're the last team scoring.
Yeah.
Would you also feel like with those really good teams, also you can't really make any mistakes because then
Nope.
they'll capitalize. So
No.
it's like you can't
Like
not,
the
no
difference
drop
between
balls, no.
losing to we could have beat Sub-Zero. The difference between us beating them and losing to them was one missed flag and one missed catch.
Yep.
We missed the catch we needed and we missed one of the flags we needed and they didn't.
Yep.
And that's why they beat us.
Yeah. So
I
it's like
still
you
lose
can't
sleep over
even.
that.
Those Canadian teams are just very disciplined.
They are.
Yeah.
I love it. I love to watch them. Honestly.
Oh yeah, we've said this a million times. Like that's who I really look at when I'm trying to even when we watched the Senior Bowl this year. When I was watching the Senior Bowl, I was and I think Freddie has incorporated a lot of the things we saw in that. Like they're just doing interesting things. They're pushing the boundaries, and it's just you can tell they love the sport. You can tell that they're super in it because they're doing new things. They're trying new things.
Yeah.
They're pushing the sport forward. They're doing things that I'd never thought of. It's just very.
Yeah.
It's obvious that they love the sport.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
So it was a little discouraging that we lost a lot, but at the same time, it's we were competing against some of the best clubs.
Yeah.
So you kind of get that attention, you get that recognition, then you go to Tampa, right? For the
Oh, the talent ID camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we
Oh,
pause though?
Yeah.
I have to pee so bad.
go pee, just go pee.
Again, no, it's
kidding.
true.
Just keep going. Just keep going.
Okay, keep going.
Yeah. So I went to the talent ID camp in Tampa. I think that was the
You and
first.
Kenzie, right?
Yeah, me and Kenzie went. I think that was
No,
like the first one they had.
I don't think so
right?
because
The
they
adult
had the
one.
Boston one.
That was the first adult one, I'm
Was
pretty
Boston
sure.
before? Or
Boston was after.
Oh, okay.
Was
Then
it?
yes, I think that
I
was
am
the first
pretty
one.
sure.
Anyway, regardless, it was
Because I remember being like, well, we should have gone to Boston, instead. Because Boston was huge
Boston
to
was
a ton of people.
huge.
Oh,
Actually, I think it was after. I think you went,
think
and then it
you're
was
right.
Boston.
I think you're right.
Because I bet yours was the first one to really grab more people's attention, and then that's why there were so many people at Boston, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah,
I just think it's bigger out east, northeast. From
Yeah.
what I understand, flag football is just bigger.
Yeah.
More popular.
Yeah, I think because I chose Tampa because my best friend lives there, and I was like, "Ooh, great! Let me just go stay there,
Yeah.
have fun, go have like a vacation a little bit." But no, like I remember they had like your
It was at the indoor facility, too.
yeah,
right?
the Bucks facility.
Yeah,
that was
that's really
cool.
cool.
That was really cool. It's just across the street from their stadium, which
Yeah.
I'd never seen, and I was like, "Oh, this is legit." And it was freaking hot in there. I'm like, these goddamn Floridians, like,
Yeah.
like just put some more air conditioning in here, which is not compared to like what you guys had in LA. But
Oh, my gosh.
that
It's
sounds awful. But yeah, we had the combine, and I was like, oh god.
Did you prepare for that?
I did, because I was like, sprints were in college, and I get on a line, and I stand right up, and then I run.
Yeah.
And I was like, Ben, I need you to teach me like a 3-point stance and like kind of do that stuff. And so luckily he had done that a lot in high school,
Yep.
right?
Uh-huh.
And you had great pointers. I just took those, practiced it on my own. I know we had a couple practices. We kind of practiced that too. And then I incorporated like, okay, for the long jump, I was like, okay, this is how I want to tailor my workouts to do this, and this, work on power and things like that. But I think it was, being a quarterback there was rough. I'm going to be honest.
Well, so yeah, because when you get to the talent ID camp, they'll separate you into teams, basically, right? Like
Yeah.
groups.
Yeah. And so the quarterbacks, just like you guys, we got the bands.
Armbands?
Yeah, the armbands. Mine was like bright green, but I was
Yeah.
like, I
30
got some
and up.
Grinchies to go with this.
It looks good.
And my team was the only team that had two
two.
quarterbacks. Two quarterbacks. So when everything else was fine until we did like the scrimmaging stuff. Like I felt like I got the same amount of reps and things like that. But then when we got to the scrimmaging stuff, they're like, oh, just someone choose. And I was like, go ahead. You can go first. Like, not a problem.
Oh,
I'm sure we'll
nah.
get like the same amount of reps.
Too nice.
No. And
It's
I mean,
hard
I
to
told
also-
you, like,
I know
before,
you
I was
told me
like,
that.
hey, you're not going to combines. You're not going out to be nice. Be an
know.
asshole. Like, that was
You
what,
kind of have to fight for your
that's
spot.
the thing. When I
like-
was going through that circuit, I remember the first one I ever went to, I went to a football camp or whatever, like to kind of show off before in front of coaches. Like, I was very timid, like, oh, like, yeah, like, I'll let you go, and then you'll be nice back. And then I realized, like, the people would cut you in line.
Yeah.
People would, do whatever. And like coaches didn't give a shit. They don't care.
Yeah.
Like they want, if anything, they want you to be aggressive. And I was telling them all like, hey, like this isn't you're not there to make friends at this point. Like.
Well, and I bet with scrimmaging, it was hard to be like, hey, my turn, like, get off,
yeah, I don't know. Like, because like I've had a different experience with combines with basketball stuff. Honestly, it's just like it is so like everyone gets a fair share.
Yeah.
Like it just is what it is. And I think there's a different mentality between like men and women. Men be like, get the out, I'm going to do this, and then like girls are like,
oh, it's not good. I don't think it's good. It's kind of bullshit. They make you do that, but like if that is what it is, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
played
then
it
you
out.
also mentioned that they did the 1 minute drill. What happened with that one, too, with you?
that was like the first time I actually got to quarterback, because like the first scrimmage, like they coming from college basketball, there's a very, very definitive like rotation for like scrimmaging, right? A round robin, right? Offense to defense, defense off.
Yes. Yep.
That's it. That's how that goes.
Yeah.
It's so simple. Offense to defense, defense off. I have no idea what they did.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
what
like
it
my
is.
team literally got to play like less than like half a game for like the regular thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, oh, we noticed that you guys didn't do it, so you guys could be first for the 1 minute drill. And I was like,
Cool.
great, different type of football,
Yeah.
but like let's go there.
Yeah.
So anytime that
You're like, I'm throwing this one now.
well, like as soon as like that happened, I was like, okay, then I'm just gonna hop on anywhere. I was like, okay. I was like, do you want to play? She's like, no. I'm like, cool. I'll go
Yeah.
rush. Cool. I'll go play corner. Cool. Maybe a receiver.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no. Let me just hike this ball.
Yeah.
Didn't care. I was like, okay, cool. Let
Yeah.
me just show you that like
You can play anywhere.
I can
Yeah.
do anything else.
Yeah.
Because like you've seen me throw a ball.
Right.
So let me show you something else.
That's not, I mean, way to improvise though. You know, 'cause
Did you did you talk to anyone after at the end of the camp, or
Jess was there.
yeah?
Jess was there. Rusher.
Yeah. I saw
Jess
that.
was there. And one of her friends was there, and so there's a couple of things that we had like a couple people we'd seen from Worlds and things like that.
Yeah.
Obviously, Kenzie was there with me too, and there was one quarterback I remembered. I think she played for Immaculate.
Okay.
Huh.
Older,
That's
short-haired lady.
Yes.
Okay.
I can't remember your name. I'm so
remember her
sorry.
I'm so sorry.
So sorry. But yeah, she was there. Other than that, I don't remember.
Did anyone from USA Football talk to you or anything?
No.
I thought you had mentioned that like someone had said like, oh, you kind of like expressed some frustration with not getting looks at QB, and someone was like, oh, we've seen you throw or whatever.
Oh, that was our coach.
Uh-huh.
And
For your group.
yeah, and I was like, hey, like I was like, what's the plan for next thing? 'Cause I did not get a chance to throw the ball. And he's like, oh, I wouldn't worry about that. And I was like, okay, cool, but I worry about that. I flew across the country to come throw a football, my guy. Like,
That's it? That's all he told you?
yeah.
I think they're still working out how they're gonna organize stuff. You know, every camp that comes.
yeah,
It was like, I'll
That's
be honest.
I mean, that was one thing I like in not
talked
trying to
about
talk
it.
shit, but like one thing I did kind of tell people is like, I don't like, this could just be a money grab, you
Sure.
know? And like, it kind of, I don't know, with both your experiences, it kind of feels like it might have been that. Like, I don't know if any of you guys really got good looks, you know? Like, did you, I don't know, did you guys
Like,
feel?
I don't, do
no
you
idea.
hear for a coach that says like, oh, we've already seen you play. Like, we already, like, that's, I don't think that, who cares if, like,
Well, and our coach wasn't even a coach. He was a dude that just.
that's the thing.
worked
That's
at the
why, like, I
facility.
wouldn't trust like a coach. I wouldn't
Like,
have trust.
do you guys think you're going to go again this year?
I
We're
don't
talking
know.
to Nana a little bit about it for the one in Houston.
I
That
think it'd be
is
fun
in
to go to at
December.
least one more, but I don't know. They
They just kind of seem poorly organized and like,
yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
and the constant emails and seeing their posts of asking for coaches to come and get coaches. I'm like, why don't you guys have anyone from the actual USA football?
Like, who's actually scouting?
who are
you
actually
know,
going to
who-
scout? Like, I don't know.
Who's actually recruiting? Like, who? Because it feels like they have like that one dude that's in charge. Oh, what's his name? Yeah, they might have like one or two guys that are in charge, but
taller
again,
dude, right?
Yeah.
Taller dude, right?
Yeah.
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 Like, so like there's that guy, but and then at the same time it's men and women's there, so it's like there's a lot going on. Like, how do you know? Like, oh, we've already seen you play.
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
don't-
what
I really,
does that
I really
mean?
didn't know what to do with that comment,
Yeah.
honestly. And I was like, that's really not helpful for me.
Yeah,
Like, why'd she come then? You
Yeah.
know?
Exactly. I was like, I at that point, I was like, I don't know what to do with that comment.
yeah.
Well, and then they tell you to come to every single one after that, which
Oh yeah, because we were told by a couple
Yeah,
players
if you
that was in California. They're just like, yeah, they told me that I need to come to like every single one, and it's like,
and it's like, is it? I feel like
All
you
right.
should be. I feel like if you did pretty good and they liked you, then you should be like invited, and they should have camps where you're like formally just only people who were invited come to this, and like they slowly narrow, I don't know, or narrow down or something.
I didn't have that experience at all.
They didn't tell you to come to every single one.
No.
Maybe we just suck.
uh,
Like, keep
Capitalism,
coming.
friends.
They're like-
Capitalism.
They're like, you need more
yeah,
work.
we need a, yeah. I don't. We don't have to get into it.
But well, and
Um,
ours was different because we had way more quarterbacks.
Oh my god.
Versus like you're like, oh, we had two. What's funny is if Lori actually didn't get hurt that week and would have been able to play, we would have had 3 quarterbacks in our group.
I might have just went receiver
Oh,
because there's
yeah.
so many. There's like at least 2 or 3 to a team.
But anyways, so yeah, Talent ID camp, and then now circling to San Diego
Circling San Diego.
Well, Vegas, right?
and Vegas.
Oh, Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
Vegas.
Vegas.
So yeah, like Vegas was a really fun tournament. You know, like coming into this year, I just like I'll be honest, like I'm like this is our year. Like
Yeah.
we went to Worlds last year. We compete against really good teams. You know, we're new. It's okay that we didn't beat very many of them, but we competed. And now this year, I'm like, all right, we're gonna go and we're gonna run the table. Like
Yeah.
that's our trajectory right now. And Vegas,
We rolled it, man.
you know,
That was
Yeah.
awesome.
had a couple tough games, but like once we were in bracket play, like dialed in.
Yeah.
And by the way, Lady Venom, I misspoke.
Yeah.
We did not play Lady Venom in Vegas. We played Lady Demons.
Oh,
And that's my fault.
Yeah. No, Nina
So-
texted.
the black team.
As you can't remember, but like we
Yeah.
did not play Lady Venom. We did not mercy roll Lady Venom. Sorry, Lady Venom.
Yes, it was Lady.
Was Lady Venom wasn't even there then?
Lady
in
Venom wasn't
Vegas?
even. They
No,
haven't
they
been
were not
around
there.
for like 2 years.
Yeah, they haven't been there.
That's why they were like, "Why the hell are you saying you beat us?" And I was like, "You're right."
You're
I'm
right.
messed
kind
up.
of, but it's kind of surprising that a team that we hadn't seen has like listened to our episode too and heard all of that. Like, I don't know.
Good.
I would say like
Sorry,
the funny thing about me is like I'm okay with being wrong, and I'm okay with admitting we're wrong. And like we were wrong. My bad. Sorry.
It
Yeah.
still is, well,
So.
yeah.
Oops. But
No, and then
yeah,
that was the
Vegas.
first time we saw State Line, too.
Yeah.
Which was they were like younger girls, like what would you say, like a U18?
They're
U17?
they're
Yeah.
like high schoolers, and
Yeah.
they were like they're solid. Like I
Yeah.
think they're a very
Especially
athletic team.
non-contact, they killed it in non-contact. Like,
They were agile.
Yes.
I was like, oh my God.
yeah. Yeah,
These girls are athletic. Honestly, that's what I like. when we
So
played them
that first
non-contact.
we see She Unit roll up, and She Unit's got like a California All Star team. It's not just their
Yeah,
girls.
100%.
Yeah.
They got Jackie Crow.
Yeah.
Not Jackie Crow.
they did have Jackie.
Is it Jackie? Is that
Yeah,
okay?
Jackie.
I'm sorry, I thought I mixed up the names. But like they come up with a squad, and we're like, ooh, like all right, like we thought like Vegas might have been smaller, but like they show
Who's
up with
that
a
other girl?
squad.
The tall.
Yeah, she's
She plays on San Diego Blitz or Rebellion. It's one of
And
those.
then-
it's no, she plays in Rebellion.
Rebellion.
Oh,
'Cause
tackle.
she's
Yeah.
like a
Because when I played against her in San Diego when I was throwing, she just came out of nowhere. I'm like, oh, Kelly's got this, and then like she just soars out of nowhere. I need to look
They
her
were
up so we
loaded,
can give her a
though.
shout
Yeah,
out.
they were
They were.
loaded. And that first game we play them, like they come out, they play really strong. We end up getting to that last play. We're down by a point, and I go to like in those situations, I always go to the quarterback like, "What do you want?"
Yeah.
And like I'll be honest, I was expecting you to say like,
Go for
"I
the
want to
win."
win." And you're like, "Let's go for a tie." And I'm like, and like I don't how did I in your eyes how did I react to that?
I don't remember.
Was he
to be
surprised
honest.
that you
okay,
said
good,
that?
good. Because I'll be honest, I was disappointed, but I didn't want to show you I was disappointed.
Oh, that's fair.
So good, like that. No, but because here's the thing, I really think in those situations, your comfort is really important.
Yeah.
If you're like, I want to win, I'm like, yeah, let's go win, right? Because I'll be honest, in those situations, I always want to go for the win. I always do. But like my thing is, in the end, like in that, if this is the championship or whatever, I think I would want to default to me a little bit more. Actually, that's a lie. I would still default to you. So like your comfort level is really important. Like whatever, because so much relies on you. Like if you're like, I'm confident we can score, or like I want to be more conservative. Like in the end, I'm gonna go with what you want, right? In those situations, because I just think wherever your head's at, whatever your body's at, like that's more important than where I'm at, right? Because like in the end, you're the one. Like I might come up with the idea, but like you're the one who has to execute. So if you're not, if you're thinking tie, like we go for a tie. Like, and it wasn't something like, well, come on, Nat, or like, what the Nat? It was like, like I said, I know internally I'm like, damn it, but like I tried not to show it, and I'll always try to not show it, but I can be more or less successful at that.
No, I don't remember your like reaction whatsoever.
Okay,
'cause I
perfect.
think I was like, what do you want? And I said, let's just go for the tie. Because I think that was our first game, too. And I was like, I just want to get in a rhythm. Like, I just want to like set this. Let's move on from it. And like, I think I told you, and I was like, beep.
Yeah. Well, and like I said, I was doing my best not to react, and so like, because I remember just like, okay, and then because like I remember I pulled you aside because like. With stuff like that, I don't really like. It's not a team conversation; it's a you and me conversation.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, "Hey, are we going for a tie? Or are we going for a win?" And you're like, "Tie." And I'm like, "Okay." And then we just go back and we call play or whatever because I think I call a timeout.
Yeah, you did.
So we had time to discuss it, and then we get the tie with them, and like I said, I wasn't mad about that at all. And then you play against State Line, and you have a really strong game against State Line. Talent-wise, I think they're one of the best teams we've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like they're so like. Really, really athletic. I think their QB, the one who was playing QB for most of the time, like
Who's the twin?
really strong QB play. I think she struggled a little bit when he dropped 5 because I don't think that's as common in NFL flag.
Yeah.
And that was the only time I really saw her struggle. Otherwise, she was like really
done it.
decisive.
Yeah.
Really strong arm, decisive throwing. Like read pretty well. Like I was very impressed in her play. She didn't end up playing a lot in San Diego, which I thought was weird. Maybe she didn't travel there because I actually only saw one of the sisters there. I only saw one of the sisters, I think.
I don't know now because they're twins.
Yeah, but I don't know why one would be there and the other not. So.
Also, yeah, played State Line, and then we non-contact. That's when we played Lady Demons.
Yeah.
And then we see She Unit again.
Yeah.
She.
And like I just like I look
4
at that
times.
tournament, and I think what I said to you after now is like, you know, I like evaluating the tournament. Like I think the difference between like because we just went in and we just executed. You know, had a couple bad games, but you can have bad pool play games. Like in the end, that doesn't matter. It's bracket play that matters, right? And what was I going to say? Like I felt like the difference between San Diego last year. You know, we came in, we had a pretty strong game, but like there was some deficiencies. And this year I was like, every throw you made was a good read. You missed some great reads, but like the consistency of the good reads was like, I think that's what you need as a player. Like what separates Tom Brady from other quarterbacks, from other players like that, isn't that they make the best read all the time. It's that they're never making bad decisions. You know, they're getting positive yards all the time. They're constantly going that way. Because if you're what's it called? Like there's this saying like perfect is the enemy of good. And I would say perfect is the enemy of great even, right? If you're so fixated on making the absolute best decision, like you're just never going to attain that. It's never going to happen.
Yeah.
But what you can do is create good habits so you're avoiding the bad, you know, like you're avoiding the misread, whatever. And I just felt like, you know, looking back at the tournament, watching the film, it's just like every time like you were finding someone, like you were finding a good read. You weren't forcing it. Like, I don't think you ever forced anything. I think you threw one interception the whole tournament. Like just a really, really strong tournament. And like I was getting a big old head because like the way we played there and the way that we started off San Diego, I was just like, we are on the way up.
Diego, we were rolling.
Yeah.
We were rolling.
Do you want to talk about San Diego?
Yeah.
I just like, so Lori, you know, just to give some background for the people who don't know, is like, and you know, we play our first 2 games, we're rolling, and in the second game in San Diego, and in the second game, I'm getting a little emotional about this, but like, you just throw this beautiful pass to Kate, this really, and like whenever I don't know if you notice this, but whenever you score a touchdown, I look at you, like I look at you after, and like. I see you, you're celebrating a little bit, you're happy, and then I see you like fall a little bit, and I'm like, oh, that idiot, she tripped.
Because there's sand pits everywhere.
And like she tripped celebrating, what a dummy, you know, not thinking anything of it. And then like the moment I see you crawl, I'm like I knew something was wrong. Like as soon as I started seeing you crawl, I'm like, there's something really wrong. Cause like, I just know you're a really tough person. If it just hurt, you would tough it out. And like, I knew as soon as I saw you crawl, like, oh, there's something. And like like that video you guys posted on your Instagram, like you see me, like as soon as I see that, like I pull my hat off and I just like I said, I just know something's wrong. Cause like, you're just not that kind of player. You know.
Well, and I thought you got like cleated or something at first, and I was like, oh, maybe, you know, just, or like you rolled your ankle or something, and you're just like, I felt it, I know it, it's popped or torn or something, you know, like you're like, I know, and you start trying to hop yourself off the field, and that's when everyone ran over, and you're like, it's my Achilles, and we're all like, holy shit, what do we do? Like,
yeah, you know what? Thank God I threw a touchdown before it happened. That's all I can think about. Right? I feel like that's the only positive experience I can take out of it. No, I celebrate. So happy. We're rolling, having a great time. Throw it. And I just planted to go. And all of a sudden I felt the huge, massive pop in my Achilles. And fortunately and unfortunately, I'm a physical therapist, like we talked about, and I was like, "Oh God, that was my Achilles," and I was just like, "Okay, let me just get off the field right now and figure it out from there." I had surgery 3-4 days later.
You were on that quick.
Yeah. Within a minute of me doing it, I called my work and I said, hey, go next door, tore my Achilles, go get everything set up.
Yeah.
right? Luckily, I have a little bit of connections with that, right?
Right.
But yeah, that's just one of those things. I was like, yep, that's what it is, and there's not a damn thing I can do about it.
Yeah.
Right.
Like literally, and you can't. I feel like that's something you can't even try to play through or anything. Like
you literally can't walk. Like
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
no.
when you talk about like ACL stuff, some people have made it where they'll still try to run throughout the day,
Yeah,
you know.
no.
But like Achilles, you literally cannot.
No,
do
and
anything.
especially with it being my right foot, one, can't drive. Sucks, by the way.
Oh, you can't drive.
I can't drive, guys. It sucks.
No, that super sucks.
Did that just click for
That
you?
just clicked with me.
Yeah. Yeah, my little chauffeur back there. She's like, yeah, this shit sucks. Yeah, I knew immediately, and I was it's really unfortunate because I have no pain before at all. Everything that I do with my training is like tailored to prevent this type of stuff. And it's just one of those shitty things.
It's like to me, what's crazy is how common of an injury it feels like it's become. Like I feel
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
before,
Yeah.
I feel like before Kobe did it in like 2009, I'd never even heard of ruptured Achilles.
Yeah.
But like ever since then, like it feels like every other sports game I watch, some
Well,
NFL
NFL,
player,
they had like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
I mean, they've
last
already
year.
had 3 this season.
yeah, and it's just like it's like you like. It's not like you're getting hit or it's like you're doing a crazy step. Like I can't remember who it was. It was like some guy was just running onto the field last year.
Oh,
It was
49ers.
49ers.
Yeah.
And it just popped.
Well, even the game before that in Manta Rays, when she got off, it's like, okay, crap, who's gonna throw now? Like,
Yeah.
what are we gonna do?
You know, there was talk about Lauren for a bit, but I was like, I'd
Dude,
rather.
Mercedes was like, Lauren, you're gonna. I'm like, no. I was like, and I remember like saying on the sideline, I'm like, guys, I can't be cute. And someone on San Diego was like, well, you're gonna have to now. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, no.
Yeah.
But
So it's
Cam,
like,
I did like, because one thing I like about quarterbacks, whoever's going to be quarterbacks, I like it when they can kind of keep their cool. Even if it's
Yeah.
like, holy shit. Like Cam, it's like, holy shit. But she just.
with her, I'd seen her play some QB, so I knew she was comfortable with it. That's kind of why I went with her. Like, my thing is like throwing anybody in that situation is such a tough thing. Like, you know, even when Laura stepped in the next day, it was like, you know, she hadn't been practicing at it. You know, I think Laura has such potential at QB. You know, but like Fives is so different, and she hadn't practiced at it. I was trying not to be critical of her in that aired out format, but maybe I should have been and just been like, hey, get the balls down, get the balls down, get the balls down. But like, I just, you know, I can be hard on players, and I know I can be, but I try not to do that during tournaments. Like during tournaments, like I don't think that's the time to criticize. It's, you know, like a player like, oh, do this or that better. It's more like be positive, like just move on to the next thing. And like I just didn't think it would have been fair to her to just.
We need battery.
Yeah, new battery. You guys are wusses. And why'd you guys cry?
Why didn't we?
Why did you?
What do you mean?
Ben, I'm going to be brutally honest with you.
Uh-huh.
I didn't cry until
Oh.
you came to me.
And he puts his arm on you. and
Holy
he gets.
shit. Bawled my eyes
I
out.
know.
I know.
Bawled my eyes out. I still have yet to do that.
Yeah.
But like when you did it, I was like,
Here's the thing. Like as soon as I saw you go down, I was ready to be done. Like, let's pack it up.
Dude,
Let's
I
go
didn't
home.
even know what to do. Like, I'm not gonna lie. It like.
I didn't know what to do
Yeah.
either. Honestly, I was like, God. I was like, what do we do?
When we were
Yeah.
on such a high, like,
I know.
we easily
We were
could have beat.
untouchable.
We could
I know.
have easily beat
Oh, I
Blitz.
know.
Like.
And as soon as I saw you crawling, like I wanted to be done. I wanted to just like on it, and like that's the hard thing. I feel a little bit like heartless because when players get injured, I don't tend to go to them.
Yeah.
Because if I like as soon as I get over to you, I'm a mess, you know.
Yeah.
And like I still need to do my job.
I know. That's what's hard is like it was in the middle, and it's a
Yeah.
playoff
In the middle of the
game
game,
too.
you got to keep
Yeah.
going.
And like that's like I do feel like bad because like I feel like I'm not, you know, I do want to be emotionally present there, but like if I do that, like I'm
Yeah, but I definitely think that took a toll on everyone. Like everyone was kind of out of it.
no, so like in my mind I went over as soon as I could because like we were up, you know, like I felt comfortable, like, you know, if the team Arnie was there, like we were, you know, I had time to come over, and that's like when I came over, and it's just like I you know, like I'll be honest, like this year I've just been so proud of you as a player. Like, you know, like kind of what I said to you right after it happened is like you're just doing everything right. Like I really feel like after last year, like you just, we kind of had that talk after Worlds where I was just like, hey, like I'm trusting you to do stuff. Like you need to like trust me. Yeah. And I just felt like, I don't know, like ever since I said that to you, like I just felt like you've been really receptive to everything I've said. And like, I don't know, like that just means so much to me. Cause like like we're adults, like you're not a kid. Like you're not just trusting me because I'm an adult. Like if you're trusting me, it's cause like you've decided to. Sure. And like that, and like I've kind of had a similar talk with Sage. Like that means so much to me, cause like it's a mutual respect. It's a mutual understanding. It's like, and I just felt like this year, like everything I was saying, you were just like, okay, like I'm going to do it. I'm going to throw to people. I'm going to make the right read no matter what, even if a receiver's having a hard time. I'm going to do that.
I did notice that too. Like versus my first year where I feel like, for example, like I was dropping balls, right? And I feel like, why would you want to throw to someone that's dropping balls, right? Whereas this year, you'd almost force, like if someone just dropped a ball, you're like, you're going to catch one eventually. Yeah. And you would trust your players more, I felt like, this year. And I also feel like this year, you were like even more prepared. We were prepared for anything and everything because after Worlds, playing against those better teams, like they would play like that 5-off man. Like we were prepared. I think we had to play for everything now. Like everything was set in motion.
And I just think that was like, like to me, why I got like, just why I was had a very visceral emotional experience. Cause it's just like
crying,
that that just means so much to me. And just to see you like, just like you were being, such a good teammate. You were being the leader of the team. And I think that's one of the things that like I think you had to push yourself a little bit to do that. Like it wasn't something that you necessarily wanted to do. You felt like I just want to play. Like I just want to be a player. Yeah. And I just remember we talked around July 4th. Like, hey, like if you want to, like I think you can play here. Like I think you're one of the best quarterbacks. You have the potential to be one of the best quarterbacks. And like, but like you need receivers that want to bleed for you. That's what I told you. Like you need receivers that want to bleed for you. Yeah. And like I really felt like you took that what I said there and like you implement. You're like, all right, I'm going to be talking to my receivers. I'm going to be like being positive towards them. I'm going to reach out to them. And like I just saw you do it, and I think it like really made a difference. Like like receiver play like when the quarterback decides to be the leader of a team, it just makes such a difference. And like I just really felt like you saw it happening. Like your receiver play was elevating. Even though like I don't think their talent got better between last year and this year, but like they just like again like just creating that trust and that understanding.
I think we were more on point with stuff. Yeah, like we were more disciplined with stuff. Like everything was just perfect.
And that's just like it's just I was so bullish about this year, and like I'm still bullish. Like I think Lori's going to step in and she's going to play really well. Like we're still going to be a very scary team.
Damn straight she is.
And it's just like I just think the hard part. It's like I always remember talking like me and Lori would talk about it probably every day. It's just like when what it was like, it feels like something we got robbed, like we were doing everything right. We were doing everything we were supposed to do. We are implementing what I say is like we're pushing the sport forward. We're implementing the latest, the best strategy. Like we had really good strategy. We were having really good execution. And now it's just like, we're back to like, all right, who knows what's going to happen? Like, because like I don't think it's fair to put Laura. Like my expectations with you as quarterback is we win everything. With you at quarterback, I really thought we would have won out San Diego, we would have won out Arlington, and we would have won out Worlds. But now it's just like I can't put those same expectations on Lori. Like that's not fair. But like it just felt like. And here's the thing, like people get all butthurt about this. Like we've had the conversations, like whatever. Like here's the thing, like we think we're good. And like, if you think you're,
what is wrong with that?
If you think you're better than us, let's see it in terms and like you.
Well, I think we just have a lot of confidence.
Yeah, confidence is everything.
Exactly. I was gonna say confidence versus cockiness. Like, I think us as a Sting, like we're just like like we're fairly decent. Like, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
Like right. So like us like being cocky, be like, no one can touch us.
Yeah. Or like, they're all like. Here's the thing: we're not saying like, they're terrible. We're the best. We're great. Yes. They're terrible. We're like, oh my gosh. We're like, oh my gosh. These teams are really good. But like, we think we can be there.
Right.
Yeah. And we think we can win. Right. And like, here's the thing: like, you get to play, and we get to prove it or not prove it. It's whatever, And like, that's the fun part. Like,
that's why I play sports.
Yeah, we're competitors.
Play sports.
And like, for me, it's like I'm like I've always been like that's the way competitors are. Like when NFL players are playing, like they're talking shit, like they're all doing that kind of stuff. And like dogs don't mind barking, you know? Dogs don't mind barking,
But-
you know? The people who are dogs, like when they hear another dog barking, like they're not like, you know, scared or whatever. Like they they get excited and they're like, all right, let's play. Let's do this, you know? And like that's what my experience. Like the people who are competitors, like all right, like they're talking their game. Let's see. I'm excited for Arlington. Let's throw it down. You know, while other people are like these idiots. You know, it's like maybe we are idiots. Let's go play and see what happens. You know, but
Do we kind of want to segue then into Arlington?
Yeah. I do think it's going to be different. Utah scene is going to be different going in Arlington.
I think, like, here's the thing, and this is something I want to say to the whole team, right, at some point. It's like, and I've talked about this story before, right? And this is going to be my little pep talk to you, Lori, and the rest of the team. Like, so when my football career ended in the office of Coach Kulagowski at University of Missouri, and during that meeting, he told me, hey, I don't think you'll ever play it down in college football, right? And during that meeting, I thought the opinion that mattered was his. I thought the most important opinion in that matter was his, whether I could be a college football player. But in the end, the opinion that mattered was my opinion. Did I think I could be a college football player? Because once I thought I couldn't be a college football player, that it was over, right? Yeah. Like there's other coaches there. I think, you know, looking back, like if I would have had a different attitude, and my attitude would have been like, no, I'm going to find a way to play. Like if it's not here at Missouri, it's somewhere else. Like I think I would have had a better I would have had a chance. I think I would have played somewhere, right? But I would have had to, I probably would have had to go somewhere else, or I would have had to, like, you know, stick it out there and really, like, you know, really improve. Because it wasn't because, like, I was so good and he was overlooking me. It's like I wasn't good enough to play, but I didn't believe I could get better, you know? And, like, that was the problem. And, like, to you guys now, right? Like, obviously there's a hit to our confidence because, like, with Nat there, we get to rely on her. We get to, you know, she's become a master of the game, and now it's just like, all right, now we're starting over, and we have to start over and like make up a lot of ground. There's a difficulty, there's an obstacle in front of us, right? And we can just like kind of
pretty big obstacle.
I think you can do it. Like I you know, obviously love having that, and like if you're here, you're our starting QB, but like not our cards, right? Part of the reason, like, I want to continue doing this is, like, I want to be a platform for Nat. Like, Nat's name should be in consideration for the Olympic team.
100%.
Like, 100%, you know? And, like, part of me is, like, if I think that the end goal of this thing, I think, is to be a platform to help girl athletes get where they want to go, whether they be Olympics, whether it be college or whatever. I want to be the kind of program, like, Slick, right? They're a program that impresses, like, when you're associated with Slick, like, colleges just know, like, oh, that's a solid program. If they're playing well there, if their coaches talk them up, they're the real deal. And, like, that's what I want the Sting to be. Like, that's what I want the Sting to be to you, Nat, you, Lauren. Like, some of our younger players, I think should really consider playing college ball. Like, that's what I want to be. And, like, that's what we're doing right now. Like, even if, unfortunately, like, maybe it's going to be a tougher road, but, like, I want to play hard and I want to win. Like, our goal is winning. Like, the Sting is about winning. And that's not going to change with one player. Like, I want the team to be able to survive me, right? Like, our team isn't defined by one player. Like, we have a culture of winning, and that's what we're going to strive for no matter what. Even, like, I'll be honest, it breaks my heart every practice, every game that you're not there, and I can't wait to have you back. And once you're back, like, it's going to be a really cool thing. Once you're back, like, to me, it's like we're going to be competitive and we're going to win a lot this year still, but when you're back, it's going to be a goddamn nightmare for everyone else.
100%.
So I just talked for like 30 minutes. So
I like how he was just like, before we started filming, he's like, you guys, I talked too much the last podcast or last episode. I need to talk less.
Shut up the rest of the podcast.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I like hearing it. It gets me pumped up. It gets
I think you're going to do really good. I think you just have to have more confidence, and we also, as receivers, got to help give you more confidence too.
Yeah,
but what I was going to say, though, is I think we'll still do very good. It's just going to be a different game. It's just going to be different.
Yeah. I'll be honest, it is unfortunate going into first tournament playing against these pro teams. Like,
no, it's fine. Like, you're gonna do well. Stacked. That can't be. We're not.
Arlington stacked. I was trying to get into a segue.
We haven't played some of those teams.
Let's segue.
I'm not doubting not doubting my confidence. I'm not doubting the people around me, my receivers. I'm not doubting what we can do. I just thought it would be
that was an excellent segue.
A segue into the teams that are playing in
Well, I
Arlington.
think also, like, we're going to play teams we haven't played before, so I feel like low-key we're a little intimidated too. But I think they're also going to be intimidated to play us. Like, they don't know us.
Because we got ballers. I am excited for Arlington.
I'm kind of excited to play against teams that we don't normally play against. I mean, besides like Shrooms, Game Changers.
Yeah, so there's 2 Shrooms.
Apex.
There's
like
lady
I'll give
Shrooms
a background, right?
Shrooms.
So Arlington, big national
sorry.
tournament. I'd say it's one of the bigger tournaments, but I'd say it's like what's looking like it's gonna be one of the more competitive tournaments. Like when you look at the pro bracket, it's gonna be hitters. Like every team's a hitter.
Yeah.
You know. And so, like, just kind of, do you guys have it pulled up?
Yeah.
So, like, just run through the teams.
So, Game Changers, Rise, Elite Flag Football from Dallas, She Unit, Team Shrooms, and Lady Shrooms, Apex, Pittsburgh Passion, OBG, EFFL, which is also Elite Flag Football League, and then Toon Squad. So...
Well, everyone's ranking right now. Everyone's thrown out their rankings, so let's
then
join in.
Well, and then we have Toon Squad, which I've heard they've been around for a little bit too. I haven't played against them, though.
So we want to do our own ranking, but we're only going to do 5, right? Top
Is it
5?
going to be the teams that
Well, it's
we
like we're only
know,
considering
or-
teams that
gonna
sign up
say-
for nationals. Because if you're not signing up for nationals, like
For nationals or pro? Like the
pro nationals,
Yeah, sign up for the pro
like in
division.
my mind, like if you're not signing up for pro nationals, like you're not putting your hat in for being the best team.
Right. Yeah, I agree. So it's whoever is in the pro division, and then we're gonna do top 5. And are we gonna just do the ones that we know? Because like I don't know about like.
Let's do that because like
Squad, I don't
apologize to
know.
y'all. Like you might be great, you might be the best, but we
do know both
Don't know.
elite teams. Well, yeah. Top 5, so of teams that we know.
And then the elite flag football. That's the one.
The pink and black one.
right?
So this first elite flag football is that pink and black one that went to the championship in Worlds
Against Cayenne,
Cayenne.
Oh, that's not EFFL?
No, that's the other
EFL
one.
is
EFFL is the one that I played with. They beat God's Bots after we played them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't see that game though. I wish I would have. But this other elite team, that's the one from Dallas that's went to the championship.
Okay.
Have we ever seen them at another tournament? I feel like they go to Weekend Warriors.
I saw them more. They traveled more last year. I don't feel like they've traveled that much this year.
Yeah. Well, and I think they really like the Weekend Warriors, not even USA Flag as much.
So, disclaimer, we are considering these teams as we understand the rosters to be. We don't know what they are. And, like, I assume Apex is coming with all the national team players that they usually play with.
right.
Okay, and then like assume Game Changers would have like Ava.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well then,
probably
Apex
put
would be one.
Okay. Yep.
I think
I
Apex
would
would
agree
be
with
one.
that.
Yeah.
Like like I said, a big fan of Nat. I think Nat is up there. Obviously, Lacey has a lot of experience, and like she's just been in the realm longer.
Yo, you showed me a picture of when you guys were Crimson Wave.
You know our first Crimson Wave game
Do you have
against
that?
in Smash
Wait,
Mouth.
I need to show you this. This is nuts.
We played against Lacey and Sarah Mush.
I was like, that
In
is
Smash Mouth? Did we not just
Is that,
absolutely crush
it
them?
was Orange is the New Black or something. That
Did we
team.
not kill them?
I have no idea. I did
did.
not know any of
We
you
did.
at that point.
Look, like that's Lacey right there.
Oh yeah, you have it.
And that's Sarah. And we
Holy
is that not crazy?
Put it up to the camera. Put it up to the
No,
camera.
well, I'll put it up in
Okay,
the. I'll
okay.
put it up on the.
It's just crazy to me because that was
We
like
played them in the
our-
championship. That was the
Yes.
team we played the championship.
Yes, and we. It's just crazy to me because I'm like,
That's Sarah.
I wonder where they were at in their flag football timeline too, because it's like, why were they then at a Smash Mouth too? 'Cause
Oh,
they were
that's
just starting
wild.
out. I know, isn't that
Oh.
crazy? I sent it to Lori. I'm
Yeah.
like, is
I was like,
that?
I am.
does that
My
look
mind
like-
is blown right now.
Yeah.
Have you seen him?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Oh, yeah.
Shown it to me.
Yeah. There's us.
Oh yeah, me playing
Oh,
receiver.
Bree's right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for the record, we would put like I think Apex. You know, for how long they won a format in Vegas, and Vegas had a little bit that was a little bit bigger
They
of a
won-
tournament.
Vegas
Yeah.
in April. Yep.
Vegas in April, sorry. And like like I think when they have those national team players, they're the strongest club in the United States right now. Like I said, I think we're up there. Like when we're full and healthy, I think we're up there. I don't think we can and that's why like everyone got pissed at us for the national team comment. That's why I specifically said compete. And like
Yeah,
in my
we
mind,
didn't
when
say
you say
beat.
compete,
We
that
said
doesn't
compete.
mean we're gonna like beat the dog out of
So-
somebody. Like that just means like I think we go on the field and like we don't get embarrassed. Like
Yeah.
for the record, that's when I say compete, that's what I mean. If Nat's playing, like I would put us up there. I'd say we're, I can confidently say we're a top 5 club in the United States. Like without her, like we have to
I
prove
don't
ourselves.
think we should actually rank
Yeah.
ourselves.
My thing is without Nat, like now we have to prove ourselves again. Like we have to
Yeah.
prove, like before I'm going to say anything like that, we need to prove ourselves again because now we've got a new QB, right?
Yeah.
I still think like we can be confident. I think we're still going to go compete. I think we're still going to win some games, right? Like I'm confident in Lori. I think she's good. Like we've got time to get her ready and do it. But like
So-
I don't think I'm not going to, just like there's some of these teams that we've never seen play, we can't accurately evaluate them, so we're not going to try.
Yeah. We're not going to put ourselves on the ranking.
So
What?
I guess
Say what
the
you
better
think.
question I should have asked, like, would your ranking change based on whether you were ranking the teams that we're looking at right now? Would your ranking change based on whether they're playing non-contact or aired out?
I don't think so.
And that's like so. Like so, I don't think there's any point to like differentiate. Like, oh, this is our top 5 for non-contact, top 5 for aired out. I think like both.
What were you gonna say?
So
Is-
that's my bad.
Was it
Is
about
that
Shane?
elite team from Dallas? Is that the same team that went to, was it non-contact or aired out? The championship in
Yeah,
Worlds.
that's what I
Aired
just
out,
said,
yeah.
Like,
They went to the championship in Worlds.
that's what I think so.
Yeah.
You had them at like what 5?
No, I just said that they went to the championship at Worlds, but they lost. But here's the thing: I know they've won, but I've only seen them win Weekend Warriors. So like that's why
And we
they're
are
lower.
USA
I'm
flag
not saying
stands.
Weekend Warriors.
No, we
I'm
are.
not saying Weekend Warriors is
We
bad.
we
just
love
haven't had the
we
best
love
of
USA
luck
flag.
with Weekend Warriors.
Yeah, honestly, Weekend Warriors.
Yeah.
So
Maybe they're great
and
somewhere else.
We've played we've lost against Shrooms. We've lost against Game Changers. We've lost against Apex. No, that was.
We've never
We've
played
never
Apex.
played
Sorry,
Apex.
that was.
I guess you played Orange is the New Black, which was I guess
That's fine.
preemie Apex.
That is still
Well,
good.
anyways, I don't know. It's just hard for me to decide between EFFL and She Unit.
I want to throw Rise in there though too.
I just
Well,
like
I was
we've just
going-
never
Who
seen
is-
them.
Who is
No.
Rise? Yeah.
They're a red team. Like
I
they've
was
got
going
really
off the teams we
impressive
knew.
highlights, but like who
Yeah.
knows?
Highlights are highlights.
I know.
Yeah,
Wait,
but
now
Malia
that
has been
changes
playing
in
for
my
them.
stuff.
And so it's
Anyways.
like, okay, wait.
I thought
So
we were
are we
just doing
saying
teams we knew.
only teams that we know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
See,
reset,
that's
reset,
so
reset.
hard, 'cause, like,
Reset. Let's do this. One by one, each say your number 1. Then we'll go to number 2. And if you guys
Yeah,
disagree,
perfect.
hey, and
We
if you
Apex.
listen,
We all
if you guys
Apex.
I would say
disagree,
Apex. Yep.
if you guys disagree on your
We'll
number 1,
debate.
we'll debate
Yeah.
on it, and then we'll go to number 2 once we
Apex.
decide on number 1.
Okay.
Apex.
Lori, Apex,
We all said Apex.
Apex.
already.
Apex. Okay, number
Okay,
2.
Let's talk a little bit like why though? Why Apex?
If it's their team that was
The
in
USA
Vegas of
team?
April, like they've got a lot of
They got
national
a stacked
players
team.
on there.
They're a good team.
We've seen them play live, and I was pretty impressed.
No, like I mean, honestly, we've talked about before. We're really big fans of Lacey. I think she plays really strong ball. We got to play. The comp team got to play against her in Denver. And like not only great competitors, like they're just fun. They're fun to play against.
Yeah.
I do
Like
to- yeah.
they're good. They're good competitors. And so like they're a team that we like seeing. And I just think like they played a really high level.
Yeah. Yep. So, number 2.
Wait, does it matter though that Shrooms beat them though?
Well, that's what's
They
hard
beat
is
them in
they
Vegas.
both have each one a
Go to
format.
number 2.
Yeah.
Go to number 2.
So no.
Yeah. No, I'll have to put Shrooms at
You
number
guys are
2.
saying Shrooms?
Yeah.
I'm saying
Above
Shrooms.
Game Changers.
Yes,
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
Lauren, you're being awful
Lauren,
quiet.
Say your
No,
opinion. No, say what
This
you
is-
want to say.
Well,
can't be wrong.
Looking at it's like almost like comparing Candace to Ava. Like, who do I think was doing better? And I thought
So Shrooms did lose 2 game changers in non-contact
It's true.
in Vegas. However,
It's like any team can lose to any team in 24 minutes.
Oh,
say.
wild statement.
crazy. Don't say that.
That's stupid.
Okay, wait. Let me go back. Let me go back. I think Candace is a very good quarterback. I had her as a quarterback at the Talent ID camp. I do think she has really good receivers that help her a little bit more, like Angela,
Well,
for
and like
example.
I'm a huge fan of what's her name,
Angela. Yeah, I know.
Huge
They
fan
have
of Angela.
really good teams.
yeah, I know.
But-
I know you're a huge
But
fan.
like Game Changers, I feel like they have a
They have a good quarterback.
Yes, they have a good quarterback and just as good of receivers too. That's why they're a little bit above. Like they're both very good teams, but that's why.
This is where it's hard because Shrooms did lose the Game Changers.
They're both.
But
really
then
good teams.
Shrooms also was in the championship with Apex.
Yeah, and they beat Apex.
Yep.
I stand by my decision.
Shrooms?
Shrooms. If Shrooms can beat number 1, then they should be number 2.
But Apex also won a format, and then Shrooms also lost against.
Game Changers won comp though, but they
Game
didn't beat
Changers won
Shrooms.
comp.
Oh
They beat-
man.
Yeah,
It's a
That's
whole
what I'm
circle.
saying. I feel like they both. I don't know.
that's why I want the rosters. I want to know
Yeah,
who's on it because
that
I
would help.
really, really think.
But here's the thing: if Game Changers didn't have Ava, I don't know if they are. I don't know how.
Let's
they'll-
assume they have Ava.
Right.
Here's the thing: if
So-
we're wrong, who gives a
The world.
Yeah, Shrooms.
All right,
2.
1 Apex, 2 Shrooms.
So 3.
1 Apex. Oh, okay.
Anyways,
Oh.
3. I think now you guys would probably say.
Either Game Changers or Elite Flag.
Then this is where I would say Shrooms.
Okay.
I would say Elite Flag.
Oh really?
Really?
Okay.
Yes, I would.
All right.
Well, just because
The
they.
Dallas one.
Yeah, they. It's
Yep.
okay. You watched the championship though.
We all
Elite
did.
Flag.
We all
against-
did.
Oh, I was not there.
I was there. I was mad.
Yeah.
Oh.
We watched it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Right
whole
over
team?
there.
Okay.
That's-
That's
The
So-
championship game.
right
The
in the
championship game. The championship game was tough.
They were
Like the
going a little
game.
back and forth at first.
Yeah, like
and then
before that,
got,
they
like, a
looked super
stop or
impressive,
something.
but then like about half. I feel like halfway
That's-
through that championship game,
Canada will do that to you, man.
Canada
They
just,
kill your fundamentals.
the fundamentals came through, dude. You know.
Okay.
Like I think that was probably my worst coaching moment was after we lost to Cayenne. I would say like that's the moment I'm least proud of as a coach because I just we've been losing by a score all weekend, and of course we lose by a score again
To get to the final.
to get to the finals, and like it was gonna be on CBS, like that would have been really cool, big opportunity. And then for like Elite Flag, obviously a really good team. Don't take this the wrong way. Don't listen to Rush King because he will put it out of context. Like great team, but like when you see like hear Cayenne just kind of really take the game away from them, it's like if we barely lost
They
to
beat
Cayenne,
them by more than one score.
they beat them by it was
Yeah.
ugly.
Oh, it wasn't even close.
It was ugly.
Half it was way close.
That's why,
Yeah,
like,
it was
Halfway
close
through
to
the game,
beginning.
halfway through the game,
I
it
don't
was
think anybody.
anybody's
I don't
game.
think anybody. No, I think they both had scored.
Yeah,
They
it
both
was
had
anybody's
scored,
game
and
at
then
back
half.
and
halftime.
forth, and then someone got like a major stop, and then they capitalized on the
Yeah,
situation.
at halftime, I think Cayenne got like a pick 6.
Yes.
and it just
Yeah.
took off after
Yep.
that.
Yeah.
It was
Well, it's
done.
just it's hard to be like we lost to Cayenne by 6 or 1. I can't remember.
I think it
Was it by 1?
1 point.
So we lost by 1. Oh yeah, you're right. We lost by
I
1.
threw it to the corner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep going, please.
It hurts. It hurts. We lost by 1.
is that front pylon?
I'm
Yeah.
like,
Lori,
now I'm,
what did I just say to you?
now I'm like feeling bad again. We lose by 1 point, and then I didn't watch the game. I was kind of bummed, and then to hear that because I thought Elite Flag was going to beat Cayenne. To be
Yeah.
honest, I
Yeah.
thought because Elite Flag's a really
Elite
strong
Flag
team,
has some good
and then to
athletes.
find out that Cayenne
Cayenne
beat them by like
took
2 or
it to
3
them.
scores,
Took
Yeah.
it to
and
them.
we lost by 1 point. You're like, that should have been us, We should have lost to Cayenne in the championship.
So I choose.
Okay.
I choose Elite Flag at 3.
I say Shrooms. Who do you say?
You can't say Shrooms now. Shrooms is 2. You can't say Shrooms now.
Oh, I have to.
Yeah, because it's
choose.
we'll do consensus.
So
Between
Well,
Shrooms
then I
is
would
gone.
say Game Changers.
Okay.
Yeah, I might have to go with Game Changers because, like, Elite Flag, they've got athletes, but
I think it's just hard because we haven't seen them at, like USA.
My thing
as
is like
much.
I'm always going to give the edge to a team that plays together more, right?
Yeah,
Whereas
they do. Oh.
Flag, from what I understand, they
they do
they
kind
switch
of
up the
give some
roster
people
up quite a
extra,
bit,
actually.
right? And like there's a lot of teams that do that, and like no nothing wrong with it, but like I just think like
It's harder to build.
chemistry
chemistry.
is so important, especially in the sport, and so like I think
but they made it all the way to the
They did.
championship.
They
That's
did.
where, like, I'm really struggling because if they wouldn't have, and the other thing I'm struggling with is I actually never saw them play,
yeah, that's true.
and so it's like that's why I have to go with Game Changers because I've seen Game Changers play and I've seen like
did Game Changers
they
lose to
beat.
then?
I don't know. Oh no, it was
Sub-Zero.
they're on the other side, and Sub-Zero.
They lost
Both
Sub-Zero.
Canadian teams. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
No, Canada.
They
They've got our
swept.
number
No, they
in
swept
worlds.
Worlds.
They've
Yeah.
got America's number.
Yeah.
Who's a Cayenne? Uses Sub-Zero.
Yep.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
lost to,
Spicy chili is
in
all I
bracket.
can think
In bracket play, we only lost to the teams that won the whole thing.
Yes.
So then now.
Yeah, I would go Game
Okay,
Changers.
so 3.
Nat, anything to rebuttal?
Yeah,
I
why-
sat
why-
right
why
there
elite?
after we lost to Cayenne, and I was like, yeah, there's a lot of athletes, honestly. And we don't know who
And they
they're
have some
taking,
big,
right?
tall girls too on elite.
They do. They're very
Yeah,
athletic.
but if I'll be
But
honest,
does that matter,
if
though,
little
if
Cayenne,
they-
because
yeah.
Cayenne was not very big.
Yeah.
They had a
exactly.
couple.
Yeah, but you
they had a
said-
couple
A couple, though.
You said.
You said about you said about Osis though, or Manta Rays. You were like, it's hard though if you're like 5'5", you can't compete with a girl that's
Yeah,
tall.
But
all
Cayenne
of
found
the-
a way to compete.
Yeah, exactly. It's like Cayenne, they only had like a couple. The rest were pretty like
Okay, but
small.
Elite's team
And
were-
elite flag football, like they were
big.
big.
Yeah.
They
Big,
were
tall girls.
tall.
And like, to be honest, like I'm basing my opinion based off of the worlds.
Yeah.
Honestly, of like what I saw when watching like Elite versus watching Game Changers.
Yeah.
Playing against Game Changers and watching Elite, I'm choosing Elite over Game Changers.
I can understand that. It's hard, but
Yeah.
I feel like because we're going to be a little more biased because I feel like we see Game Changers a lot more. So we go
And I
with
guess you
Game
don't
Changers
technically-
then.
But then it's hard because Game Changers,
what?
I haven't really seen. Like they've had younger girls who've been on like the younger like U18 team or whatever, but not like on the.
But they've
actual-
beat
But
teams
still
that
beating
are
teams,
experienced.
Yeah. So I don't know.
So-
I'll just stay with Game Changers.
Yeah, it's 2v1.
All right, Game Changers,
Game
number
Changers
3.
So then
4.
now.
Elite flag.
And
I'd
then
put elite flag
yeah.
as
now
4.
do Elite.
Okay, last one, 5.
Fine.
So it's between
You got a lot of options.
FFL and She Unit.
EFF.
Or Rise.
I was going to say
Well, we were saying teams that we knew.
So I would put it between She Unit and EFFL because like we know both of those
Yeah.
teams. The rest of sorry
He was saying
Rise,
Rise.
sorry
this is where
Pittsburgh.
like I really struggle because I think Rise would beat
Rise,
you.
OBG.
We just
or
never seen them
EFFL.
play.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Jack's brought up a point. Like we've only seen highlights, and their highlights are impressive, but
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it could have been against bad teams.
I don't know. It's hard. 5.
Okay,
Unit,
back to
yeah,
5.
She Unit.
Number 5.
Yeah.
Probably She,
She
Unit.
Unit.
Yeah. They're a good team.
Lori,
So.
Yeah.
She Unit.
Yeah.
So that is our top 5 American teams. Like I said, we
We
had some
know.
qualifiers there.
That
know,
we know.
You had
that
to.
we played against
You
or
had to
we've
have signed
seen.
up for a pro. We had to have seen you play or whatever. Like I said, but you other guys, like you might be better, but we don't know. And we just. To me, if you're going to nationals, you're putting your name in the hat. Like if you're going to nationals in the pro section, you're putting your name in the hat. Like
Yeah.
I want to be known as one of the best teams. If you're not, like.
I think this will be a good tournament. Like I feel like
Yeah.
there might be some shakeups.
Yeah, I'm very curious about the.
There's some teams we've
Pittsburgh-
never seen play. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Well, that's how San Diego was. Like we'd never seen God's Bods
Yeah.
play, and they
I
tore
think-
shit up.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were. I
They-
guess they
they
used to
play
be a
together.
co-ed
They're
team.
athletic.
They used
Yeah.
to be a co-ed team, and I guess they're trying to get into the women's space. And like, they were an impressive team.
They
were an
won
impressive
they
team.
comp.
practiced together.
They won comp non-contact.
So just so everyone knows, like Rush King did his poll or whatever, who would win Utah Sting or Apex? Like, are we supposed to be offended? like is that supposed to piss us off? Like, Apex is a good team. Like, I'd say
You're talking about national players, and with the quarterback we think should be playing national quarterback,
Yeah.
beating us. If that's
Oh,
the
no.
case, if that's the case, they should beat us. Otherwise, we should be the national team players. That makes no sense.
Yeah.
Like
No.
it's just that's the funny thing about this whole thing is just like the lapses in logic. Like just going back and talking about that whole fiasco or whatever. It's just like what we said last episode is like, yeah, we think the top clubs in the American sphere would beat a lot of the outside of the top 3. The big 3 we'll call them. And I still stand by it, right?
Yeah.
Like I think Apex would beat a lot of teams that aren't, and they are essentially the USA national team with what I think is a better quarterback. So it's like that's who we think should be the national team, right? Essentially. So like why are we arguing about whether they already those players already beat everyone else? Like
Yeah.
it's
What else do they have to prove?
yeah, like granted we do say we compete, right? Like we do say that we compete in that last episode and like sorry.
Still stand
like
by that, too.
yeah, like I think we
Well-
compete.
Do we want to get into Panama?
Let's get into Panama. So I want to say Lori wrong, Lauren wrong, Jackson wrong. Mexico took
I
it
don't know
all.
if Nat knows about the bet.
Oh, so we made a bet in our last episode. We made a bet who would win Panama.
Hey, but boys versus girls, We were more right than them.
We were more right
We
than
were way
them.
more right than
Wait,
you guys.
I
I
didn't
should
get a
have said
vote?
Panama.
I'm saying both boys versus the hosts.
We just threw out the
I
episode.
guess-
The hosts, we were way more right than you guys. We had the championship game picked. Give me
And
another.
here's the
Hey, give me another half, and I'm right. Give me another half, and I'm right.
Yeah, I was
we'll
like, yeah.
we'll skip to the end and work back in this tournament. I legitimately felt like Mexico started off right. They started off really, well, scored, got up by 12, and then like Canada got to the half. They were about to rally. They're about to score, and then God was like, whoa! I already bet on Mexico winning. So
Torrential downpour.
Yeah, because it was second down and like one.
Yeah.
And if they score,
It's a one-score game.
yeah. Well, if they score and it gets rained out, they're co-champions.
Yeah.
So it's like
Which I think is still.
I said, like it's like if you're Canada right now, you're like we had
Gypped.
3 chances to get 1 yard. And then we got rained out. Like
Yeah.
I'd be
I understand.
pissed.
Like the rules might be necessary when you're doing international play. Like everyone's doing
Player
international
safety is
play.
way more important.
Well, what I'm saying is like they probably can't reschedule it for another
Yeah,
day.
100%.
Everyone's got flights
That's
back home.
why you get an indoor facility to avoid all this.
I mean, I
but-
don't know.
I don't know if I was co-champions. That would
But
suck.
like,
They're not
congrats to
even co-champions.
Mexico.
Yeah,
won.
like
no, for the
Mexico
men's
won.
team,
Oh,
they did
men's
co.
team.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for the
Oh, yeah,
men's
that's
team,
right.
Yeah,
Men's team
that's
But yeah, like, congrats to Mexico. Like, honestly, we'll get into this more, but like, really strong tournament. But like, if I'm
Yeah.
Canada, I'm like, ugh, I got gypped. I got gypped a little bit. I didn't get the
The weather.
chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like for them, they finally make it to a championship game. I feel like it's always
Well, and they beat Mexico in pool play.
Yeah, and
Yes,
it's
they
I feel
did.
like in the championship game, it's always Mexico, USA, whatever. Like Canada finally makes it to a championship game, and it's like, all right, the game gets canceled, right? Like
Rough.
They really were rolling though.
Oh, I know.
Oh man, like you
That
watched
would've
that,
been
it's
such
just
a
like
good rest of the game.
you knew
Well,
that they were
and
going to
international rules, if you are up by 12 at half and there is a rain out, you're the winner, right? And like that sucks. So because they just
barely
got 12,
They barely made the
made it.
minimum. The minimum.
and it was pouring.
Yeah.
and like you could just see like the wide receivers in Canada just taking their gloves off, and they're just trying to figure out how can we just like shovel this pass to
Yeah.
get this, and it was just like it's like I feel bad honestly.
So let's go back to the Canada USA game, right? Now you watched that one, right? Mm-hmm. So do you want to walk us through it?
So I'm trying to think who in the pool play game.
Yeah, pool play.
Yeah.
I meant Canada Mexico. That's what I meant.
Oh,
I was like gonna say
I was
they
like,
didn't
hold
play
on.
each other.
Sorry, what game?
Canada.
Yeah,
Here,
sorry.
okay.
Now
So
I
Canada Mexico pool play. Canada, like they come out swinging. They come out and they score. They're
yes.
scoring quick.
Yeah.
And like what we'll talk about this more, but like it really seems like Flores comes out slow in
Yeah,
a lot of games.
honestly, it's probably, except for the championship game, like it was probably every game
I would say
it was
even
hard.
the championship game, that like there wasn't a score in that game until
First
Yeah.
half of every game.
That happened too.
Yeah.
I feel
like their defense shut out USA.
Well,
or
and to
not
me,
USA.
we didn't get a chance to watch all the games, but like I think I watched the Canada Mexico game, and then I watched all the USA's bracket play, and then I watched all of Canada and Mexico's bracket play. And like to me, it really feels like the turning point for Mexico was their loss against Canada. And like we talk about all this time, like sometimes, you know, having a strong pool it's a curse, right? You're like, oh, I have these tough competition, but sometimes it's a blessing because like you see yourself against good competition.
You can
and-
make real adjustments.
Yeah.
flip the switch.
Yeah.
for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it almost feels like it, you know, I think Clocks Running talked about it. They're like, oh, it kind of stinks that Canada and Mexico were in the same pool. But to me, it really feels like it ended up being an advantage for them because after that, their defense was sticky as hell. Like their defenders were super sticky all throughout bracket play.
For sure. I feel like in like that Canada Mexico game and that pool play game, that was the first time I've ever seen Mexico's team kind of discombobulated.
Yeah.
Truthfully. Like all of a sudden you're seeing like people just wide open. You're like,
What's
that's
happening?
Well, and
that
Sarah
never
Parker
happens
is a
with
good enough
Mex-
QB if she sees it.
Oh,
like
she's gonna dice it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's gonna slice and dice you, and it's like, oh, wow. And then I just didn't feel like Mexico's team was. I mean, offense was kind of rolling as much
Yeah.
as they usually kind of do.
Well, and it seems
Two.
like that was the difference between all that game, the Canada-Mexico pool play game. It really seemed like that was the difference. That's why Mexico lost. It was like Canada found a way to get up early.
Yeah.
And because they scored quickly, like it was a shootout. And but the rest of the games we saw Mexico play, like
They didn't let any of the offense that they played let them do that. They did not let them get up. at all.
They would shut them like they would shut them down basically the whole first half.
Yeah. So, no, and I agree. Like Flores, like I think she kind of struggled to get things going. It was interesting when she was playing against USA this time go round, because at Worlds in China she would roll out a lot, and I feel like when she played against USA this time go round, she kind of stayed put. I think the second half she was kind of rolling a little bit more, but I don't know what it was. She just did not want to roll out
when London started rushing, she didn't roll out at all.
No.
Well, that's like, watching that, like, I don't know if it was late in the game, so like she wasn't, and apparently Addison got hurt, so like, sorry, obviously we feel that, we're familiar with that, but like to me it was just like London, they need to find a way to get her the ball. Like I understand maybe she doesn't have the strongest hands in the whole wide world, but like they need to find, when the ball's in her hand, good things happen.
She's so fast.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like she just seems to be able to make things happen.
Yeah.
Well, I think for Flores, like instead of like rolling out, I feel like Mexico's coach was just doing a lot more double QB. There was a lot that was kind of going on with that. I think that's the most I've ever seen them to kind of do that. You kind of see them like maybe like 1 or 2 plays in each like offensive sequence, but this one was like at least 5.
Well, and like, watching Mexico on the sideline, they've got their headsets, they've got a crew showing up, and like,
how do they have like a box up there? They have to have something, right? And sorry, you go ahead. I'll let you mention this.
No, go.
Are you saying this for me to go for? Oh,
just keep talking.
Well, because like you mentioned it, where it's just like that. Why isn't everyone else doing that? Because like that's such an advantage if you get to see like a bird's eye view, like a huge advantage. And so I don't understand why other teams aren't doing it, and where's their box? Like in the NFL or college, like they have a box up there, and it's just like, where do they have that? Or are they? It's not like they're just wearing it for fashion, Sorry.
Well, that's the thing, is like they're talking to somebody, and the people they're talking to
watching.
aren't on the field with them, right? Because that'd be insane to have like mics between each other on the sideline. So they're talking to somebody who I assume is at a higher vantage point, and that higher vantage point is huge. Like you get to see like what's going on during the game, like so much better than you can on the field. Like, so it's like, to me, it's like that. The reason, like, it really seems like the defense is like, all right, we need to hold on for a half, not let anyone score, so that we can talk to our eye in the sky and then make adjustments, and then they just start, the offense just kind of takes off, you know? So I don't know why other teams aren't doing that,
Yeah. So wait, you think they only talk during half?
No, I think they talk the whole time, but it just kind of seems like, like their offense struggles in the first half of like every game, and then like they just make some serious adjustments by half or by late first quarter or first half, and then like they start rolling, you know? And like the thing that there's a couple things I thought were really interesting this tournament. A lot of overload, a lot of 3 receivers to one side.
Canada was doing that.
Canada was doing a lot. Mexico was doing a lot. USA was doing it a lot. Yeah. All those teams were, more than I've ever seen. Saw a lot of motion this time around, which I like. I think motion's a good way to like help you run the same schemes but make them look a little different.
Also understand what defense
is doing.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then the other thing I saw was like Mexico. I think Mexico runs packages, right? I've talked about this a long time. Like that's something I would love to do. Is like in certain situations, certain plays, I have certain packages that I run. And it really seems like they have 6 people in a huddle when they huddle up and pick plays. And depending on the play they pick, that depends on who goes in.
How would you call plays if you were a coach for one of these teams, right? Because they have the teams on both sides. On the same side. They have both teams on the same side. And when we play USA flag, it's opposing, right? One team's on one side, the other team's on the other side. And so it's like, I've seen Mexico, they'll go huddle. But
and it seems like it takes a long time. I don't know what their play clock is.
I don't know. It's definitely longer than what ours is for sure.
For USA, For USA flag.
Because it really seemed like, and that was one thing that Mexico seemed to do, is like they seem to take all their time.
A lot.
Like they want to control the clock.
It's obviously been helping them.
I like to go a little faster. I mean, I grew up in the Chip Kelly, watching football with Chip Kelly, who's the Bob Stoops era, hurry up offense. I like hurry up. I think it like
helps your rhythm.
Kind of gets the offense off.
But you look at every NFL team now, most college teams, they take up all the play clock.
Oh, really?
Every team. They take all, like most quarterbacks are trying to snap it because the play clock's running out. in the NFL at least.
So maybe I need to adjust. Maybe I just like going fast.
Not saying that means we're behind the times. It just means that they play it a little bit differently nowadays, right? Like it's a style.
Does no one run hurry up
It's a
anymore?
style. Not really. Not in the NFL at least.
No,
In college,
definitely not in the NFL. Yeah.
In the college space, a few teams do, but not like Oregon still does a little bit. They like to go fast.
Yeah.
But
my favorite offense to ever watch is Oklahoma. Bob Stoops when Sam Bradford was there. That's my favorite offense.
I
ever.
feel like I've heard that before.
Yeah, I've told you that before.
Yeah.
Double tights.
Bless you.
You got two
Sorry,
sick.
guys.
You got two sick tight ends. Like they had Jermaine Grisham and someone else. Like double tights. When
11 personnel.
like if I was ever college coach, NFL coach, offensive coordinator, I'm finding me some
that's
good.
your-
I'm finding me two good tight ends, tight ends that can block and pass.
Yeah.
And I'm hurrying up and I'm making you run the same package. Like I'm not subbing anyone out. I'm making you play nickel against us in the middle of the field, and then I'm gonna roll all the way down to the goal line and make you use a timeout, or you're running your nickel against my two tight set.
Yeah.
in goal
there's
line.
something to say about moving fast. So.
Anyways, besides the point, but
No, so how would you call plays? Because like at some point, like your team's gonna be on the opposite side of where you're at, right?
yeah.
So it's
I
like,
mean,
you've always just yelled it.
I do think it creates a new challenge that you have to, because like
Gonna keep yelling it.
I like just have different calls. Like my thing is like it's not that hard. The way we do it, like it's not. We have like 3 or 4 different names for the same play, 3 or 4 different ways I can call it, and as long as you're varying it, and that's what I do.
Yeah, but what I'm asking is like, so you're gonna yell that.
Yeah.
You're gonna yell.
Yeah.
And over a 40-minute game, we're going to have a lot more different plays. Like, you see a lot of the USA team, they have 2 different
They
wristbands.
don't use them.
They have 2 different wristbands, right? So they have a lot, obviously, they have a lot of different plays. Not saying whether they use them or not, but they have a lot of different plays. Over a 40-minute game, you're not going to be able to figure out. We're not going to be calling the same play more than twice.
It's more so like, how are you delivering it?
I mean, so like that's we kind of talked about this last one. Like it's such, in my opinion, that's such a different format, right? When you have double the time, like in 12 minutes, there's 12 minutes a half. Like there's a certain way I do things, but I can't really speak.
Do they huddle too? Like they don't huddle the same.
They don't
like
huddle
Mexico
as much.
does.
No.
Well, at least they
Does
didn't. They
Benita
didn't.
just
They
get
would
it and
huddle.
then
They wouldn't
voice it?
huddle at the sideline like Mexico would.
They would not.
They
No,
huddle in the middle of the
Mexico
field.
goes
Straight
straight
up,
up to
yeah.
the
Yeah.
sideline.
I swear, as soon as they cross like the half, that's when like they'll huddle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, and here's the thing, this might be showing my ignorance. Obviously, I don't know, but like, I just feel like, man, if you're making your team huddle every time, like you're doubling the amount they're running, like
Yeah.
it is. And here's the thing,
fair.
I do wonder, like they didn't seem to do it. Like I do think there could be an advantage to huddling up, changing personnel, and then running on the field and running your play real quick. Right, because that doesn't give the other team to adjust. Because like
Mexico did that a lot, especially
they?
on their extra points. Yeah, that's
Oh,
why.
yeah.
They
On the extra
always
points, I saw
leaked
it.
out. They would just
Yeah.
they would huddle and then get up to the line very quickly and snap the ball.
It's like that one play.
very quick.
Remember when Kansas City did the ring around the Rosie?
Oh yeah.
They all like got huddled up and then they just ran in circles and then they hurried and lined up and no one even realized that Patrick Mahomes wasn't at quarterback and
Yeah.
then they handed it off to him and then he threw the ball for a touchdown.
Mexico did not do that exactly.
Obviously, but it's similar. Like they're lining up really
Yeah.
quick, trying to not let the defense adjust.
Yeah.
But they did snap it to the slot receiver, and that threw me.
Oh yeah, you were. That's the first time that you saw.
Oh,
Well-
I don't know why. Like I haven't seen it. Like
well,
I
in
just like
IFAF you can do that. In USA Flag you can't. It has to go
No.
between
Has to go
legs.
between-
it has to go
the
through your
legs.
legs. Yeah, like I think that's why like it threw me. I was like, wait, that
Yeah.
wait, why?
Yeah.
Kind of like why a little bit, but I thought it was very interesting.
I was talking to you about this, Nat, where it's just like I haven't seen it be successful yet. That doesn't mean it can't be, but like I don't understand.
I feel
why
like it might
you
buy
do
the
direct.
quarterback an extra second or half a second because the rush has to redirect.
Yeah.
And it throws off who the defense is covering maybe a little bit and how they're lined up based off of how the offense is lined up. But other than that, it doesn't really give you a ton of
Well,
advantage.
and I think like a lot of the stuff they're doing is forcing matchups. Like it's like I'm trying to think of like why are all these teams overloading right to one side? And to me, the reason you do that is to force man. Because if you're a zone, if you're like let's say you want to run a 2-2 zone, right? If they're running 3 receivers to the same side, you cannot do
Yeah.
that. Like if you're covering now you're having 2 players cover at least 3 receivers, right? And someone's going to be open, right? So like that to me is like they're finding, all these teams are finding ways to create matchups and just make it look different and get them out of their comfort zone. I do feel like, though, when we were watching defenses, Mexico, I saw switching up defenses. I didn't really see other teams. Canada didn't watch as closely for that, but like I didn't see USA switching defenses as much, but I definitely saw sometimes Mexico would drop back into 2-2. It would turn into man very quickly.
Didn't they also do...
Was USA man or were they cover 1?
I did see some cover 1, you're right.
Yeah.
But then...
Cover 1, cover 3.
Oh yeah, and there's some cover 3 too.
Okay.
Never mind.
Yeah,
I take back what I said.
Like they kind of mix things up. So the only part I was confused with their end zone, most of it though was like the camera work. Like the camera would like zoom in a lot. And it's just like, well, you can't even see how do you know?
Mexico would sometimes do quarters, didn't they? As well in the end zone.
In the end zone, yeah.
Oh, there was a lot of teams that did quarters.
Yeah. Their teams
I
teams
think
do
most
quarters.
teams do quarters.
Yeah, actually, most of them. Huh. Weird.
But
You know, like
I will. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say I also like that Mexico with their rusher too. They would sub and change their rusher every.
That's one of the most
That can't
overlooked things I think when I watch teams is like, and we do it too. Like we've changed our rush. Like
it's okay to have more than one rusher.
yeah, like I don't understand. No human being can run 50 20-yard sprints in a row at 100%. It is impossible. I don't know if there's 50 plays in a game, but let's say for the sake of argument, even
it's also
20
not consecutively.
What are you talking about? They do them.
Not 50.
I guess they get breaks. You're right.
Yeah.
So
I still think.
So I don't think any human can run 8 20-yard dashes at 100% within,
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Less than 5.
Yeah. Like no human can go 100%. That might not be true.
Okay, here's the thing. We can't say it. We can't say like no human can,
because this will get clipped and then a whole.
But
Yeah,
I say what
I
we
like
have
clips.
observed. What we have observed watching a lot of film of IFAF Worlds games, all this like the rush. If you rush one person through the whole entire drive, you can tell, especially there towards the end zone, like they're getting tired. And it's
I
just
know
like
some freaks though, man. There's some freaks out there that can just run all day.
My point is it doesn't hurt to have
Yeah.
more than one rusher and switch them out here and there.
And a different kind
like,
of rusher.
look at
Well,
what
and we
happened
always-
when USA put in London. I know Addison
Yeah.
got hurt, but imagine if they would have like alternated her in London, how much better that
It's
game
a
could have
different
gone.
look.
Well, when we talk about,
too.
in a perfect world, we'd have this and that. Well, the USA team should be the perfect world, right?
Yes.
You have the entire country at your disposal to pick from athletes, whatever. So if you're talking about in a perfect world, that should be the perfect world. In a perfect world, we'd have 2 rushers. Okay, you are the perfect world. You are the best it's ever going to be. You should have 2 rushers, right?
And who
Like,
knows? Maybe after
Well,
putting London
when you
in,
have
this
two
game
or three
might be
players,
more.
it seems like riding the bench. Like what's the point of that?
Well, and even if it's not like an energy thing, like I'm getting tired or whatever, I need to sub out. It's like a change of skill set to just throw
Different
the quarterback
looks.
off, right?
Yes.
It's just like, okay, we have a short, quick person or whatever, right? And we're going to rush really fast and try and get the flags. Okay, now we're going to throw in someone that's maybe not as fast but a little bit taller. That's going to try and they're going to go for the flags. They're going to try and block the ball too.
Yeah.
Right. It's just a different skill set. That's like, okay, that's something else that the quarterback has to think about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's like, I guess the point I was trying to make is like, especially at Worlds, like Bree in London didn't play a ton. And then even in Panama.
They didn't play at all.
Yeah. Like,
They
and
didn't
then
put them at all.
even
Why
in
have
Panama,
them? If-
In
Bree
the
and-
Worlds, they didn't play at all. In Panama, they played a little bit.
they played a little bit. Like, why have those players there competing for wide receiver spots that apparently you don't trust them doing when you could either play them in another position or bring in other people that could contribute, right? Like, on a national team like that, why do you have anyone riding the bench? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me.
I think my biggest, one of my top takeaways from watching Panama, one, have a leather ball.
Yeah.
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 I was like, oh my God.
Have one
Make
there.
sure-
Even if
yeah,
you
have
don't,
one.
even if that's your number one, like, have one ready.
100,000%. Have it ready. Two,
Especially if you're in a country that has rainforests,
Yeah.
two, God, the rusher means so much.
Oh, yeah.
Means so much. And I know we've talked about that a lot, and it does make a huge freaking difference. Like, as me as a quarterback, if a rusher's coming at me and I don't think I can get around them, that changes every single thing about that play, changes everything about what we're doing on offensively wise. And like to kind of get ahead a little bit. Like I thought USA, they thought they had the right scheme to help with Mexico in the semifinal with rushing, like when they did the double quarterback, and then Mexico's like, ha, suckers, and then they hide it, and then they got absolutely.
Well, and we also
smashed
saw
with it.
USA try to do a lot of double quarterback. Like they used Macy a bunch, put
A lot.
Bree in also to throw one.
Oh yeah, Bree threw
Which,
a
that's awesome.
touchdown.
A touchdown.
Good. Congrats, Bree.
I'd be freaking nervous. Don't play that much in one of the biggest games. Going, throw one.
Cold blooded.
I do think it was a little unfair to throw Macy in like that.
They were only down by a score, right? Or
We saw it
Was
was
it
8 points.
8 points. Sorry.
It
Yeah.
was 8 points.
That's a score.
Well,
Yeah, that's a
extra
score. I'm
point.
just trying to remember like what
What were we talking about? There's something I want to say. Recap.
I
We were
mentioned.
just talking
I
about
mentioned.
rushers and
Do we want to talk about
double
like
Qs.
benching Vanita and
Oh yeah, like
Macy?
I think that was a mistake. Like, I do think like there was some obviously USA was having some trouble on offense, but like I just think the signal you send to your team when you bench your quarterback when you're only down by a score is like it's panic, right? Like
Yeah.
why are we panicking? We're only down by a score.
Yeah.
Like, and here's the thing, like Vanita has accomplished more than this is what I'll say. Vanita has accomplished more than any other player in women's flag football, right? And when you bench the most accomplished women's flag football in the bracket play, like what are you signaling to your team?
Yeah.
Here's the thing, like when we were debating this earlier, we were talking about like you guys thought they were down by 2 scores. I'm like, okay, if she's down by 2 scores, I get it. You need to make a change, right? When you're down by a score,
Yeah.
and like there's been drops, there's been other things going on. It's like I don't think
it wasn't just her.
yeah.
like
It wasn't
honestly,
just her.
they need to
She wasn't
switch
having a
up.
strong
They
game.
need to switch up plays because there was a lot of plays where it's just like, yeah, of course. Again, we keep on talking about the 3 curls and the go, and so it's like when you keep on doing that, like, yeah, it's gonna be hard for Vanita to find someone to get open because it's like defense is like, well,
Like
boring.
Mexico, here's the thing. I want to give kudos to Mexico's defense. Like
Oh yeah,
they were making it difficult.
sticky. So it's just like I don't think I don't think it was all Vanita. I do think she had some really bad reads.
The interception was rough. That was a rough interception.
Like
You had Ashley Clam wide open on the right.
Especially
Yes, they
left.
ran
What
into.
was it? It was second down.
It was 4th and 1.
No.
Yes.
Not that one.
Oh,
not
not
that
that
one.
one? No.
Not
No,
that
it was
interception.
it was either second or third down.
Yes, where
it
she
was
did
second or
not
third
need to
down. They had
force it to
another down,
Madison.
but it might have been fourth down.
No, it's
No, it might have
4th
been
down.
fourth
It's
down.
4th.
It might have been fourth down. No, it might have been fourth down.
4th and mid.
And Ashley Clam went out to the right, and she ran into Madison Fulford, but she was wide
I know what you're talking
open.
about. I'm thinking of that one.
They should not have be running into each other. Obviously, something chemistry wise was off, but she was wide open on the right, and instead Vanita forces it to the left to
Was it
Line.
Madison or Izzy? Or?
Izzy. She forces it to the left to Izzy, and it got picked off.
Okay, so then we're not thinking of one because she threw another pick then because there's one to Madison.
We're
That's
talking
not-
about the same play. She only threw an interception.
The one that we're talking about,
She threw
Madison almost ran into Ashley Clem, and she forces it to the left to Izzy,
Vanita
not to
threw
Madison.
Left to Madison.
The other one
It was to
it
Madison.
Was like 4th and short.
It was to Madison
Curls,
Jacks.
and she threw it to the
Ashley
long.
Clem ran out to the right. I know that for
We're
100%.
talking about a different thing.
There's
I'm talking
The
about
play
but
that
the
was
one-
like kind of the flipping point in my opinion was the one where she threw it to her left. It was
They were
was to
they were
Madison.
moving right to left. They were heading.
That one wasn't
guarantee
to
you,
the left.
I guarantee
Izzy's was
you,
one where
it
she
was
dropped and then
second
the ball
down
kicked
because I
off.
remember looking at you and saying she didn't even need to get the first down yet. She could have inched her way. She could have inched her way like probably like another like 3 yards. We're gonna have to look that one up.
We're looking it
I'll
up.
look it up.
We're
Just
looking
keep going
it
with the conversation.
the one you're thinking of though. It was to Madison because Madison, it was right in front of her.
Yeah.
The defender was right
I
in
don't
front
think it was Madison because Madison and Ashley ran into
No,
each
I
other on
think
that
that
play.
was-
I don't think it was Madison. Madison was
we'll look at it.
outside on the right. Ashley was playing center.
Maybe, I
Ashley
don't know.
went out right. Madison ran an in,
You
and
want
they
to bet?
almost ran into
you
each
wanna
other.
bet? It's Madison. You want to bet?
I don't want to bet on it.
You want? Oh no,
He's like,
no, you don't
wait,
want to
no.
I
bet.
usually want to bet, but this one I don't want
Yeah,
to bet on.
It's hard because I know what play you're talking about where it looks like they kind of run into each other.
Yeah.
And I do think that was Madison and Ashley.
It was.
But I'm wondering if the interception that I'm thinking of is the one where she was trying to throw it to Madison.
Yes.
Maybe that one wasn't a pick. Maybe that was fourth down.
What's the bet?
She threw it.
Just
She
what
tried
was
to
the
throw it to
entire play?
Madison, and
That's what Lori thinks.
to the left. Yes, and it was
That's
an
what Lori
interception.
thinks. I thought it was.
And you think it was second down?
I think it was like second or third down. Like
It was
she did.
fourth.
I
was
told
fourth
you
down?
it was fourth
Okay,
down.
okay, okay.
I
Was
thought-
it to Madison?
over here, I'm
Was
ready.
it?
Who was it
it
to?
to
It was
Madison?
fourth and mid to Izzy.
Oh!
No. Okay.
Oh!
No. Then I'm looking this up because there was one
Idiot.
to Madison. There was one to
Okay,
Madison.
go back though. Is that the one where Ashley Clem almost ran in?
Yeah.
Oh, I was
Then
fucking
we're not.
right.
Then we're not taking.
Eat my ass,
no.
Lori.
No. Then we're talking about the wrong
Then
one.
there's another
No!
play because there's one where I know what you're talking about, Lori.
Come look at it. You don't know. You come look at it.
No, but there's another
One, there's
play.
one to Madison as well.
Oh, this is why you think it's second. It's because
The guy.
Oh, wait. It was
That was
third.
different play. That was
It was
different play.
Okay,
Different
okay.
play. This is the next play.
I was like,
You
damn, I just fucked that
rewinded.
up.
You rewinded too far. You rewinded too far. It's fine.
I was like, damn.
Because there was one to where Madison, where I'm like Madison.
And it was right by the sideline.
Yes.
Right? Yes.
Yes.
Oh, you're right. That one was to Madison.
Different play.
Different
Thank
play.
you.
Different play.
We were just.
I was right.
Talking-
Nope,
no, we
I
were
was right.
talking
Nope,
about
nope,
different
nope,
plays.
nope. Okay,
We
watch
were
this
talking
play.
about
I had
different
it. I had it drawn up perfectly in my mind. They almost run into each other. She forced the ball to the left to Izzy.
That's not.
Not a
what I was
pick
thinking
though.
of. That's-
I was
that
wrong.
was
Not a pick.
Oh, wasn't it?
Nope. They knocked it
We're
down.
thinking of the one.
They knocked it down.
She straight up threw a pick, and I
Yeah.
remember it was to Madison
Oh,
because I feel
I'm
like
all-
I knew that was a fourth down. That I thought that
Back
one was
in the
kind of
end
the
zone? Is that what
changing
you're talking
turning
about?
point in the game because it was
No, I
like
think it
a
was,
fourth down they needed to get.
Macy threw that one.
Yeah, it was
I'm all
for.
fucked up.
It was. She tried to throw it for a first down.
They were by the half.
Was there not an interception thrown in the first half by
I
USA?
guess not. I thought.
I'm still
think I
convinced
just
it was
assumed-
fourth and short. They
You're gonna
did
have to
three
rewind.
little curls and a
Because
like
it
a
was when they were
corner,
going this
Something
way.
like
and
that.
she
yeah.
throws it to the corner when three people guarded her.
So it had to
And
be
that
the
one
first
I
half.
think was.
That one was Madison.
Izzy.
No, not Madison. That was
There was one that she tried to throw to Izzy that there was like three girls on her.
when London was wide open in the end zone.
Yeah,
That was not Vanita though.
that was Macy.
That was Macy.
Yeah.
Okay, get back over there. I'll find it.
I just want to make sure. Because now, like.
If we're in the second half though.
I'll be
No,
back
no,
first.
it's in the first half. Because it was when they were driving. Yeah. She threw an interception, and it was to Madison.
I do remember an interception being thrown by Vanita. I thought it was that play, but that play was an interception. It was a crucial play because it was fourth down and mid, and they didn't get it, and she forced it to Izzy when she had
There
Ashley
was-
wide open to the right, but that was an interception.
So that one with London wide open was when Macy.
Yeah.
And she was trying to throw to Izzy, I think. And
I
it was
can't remember.
over.
I just remember there was three.
and London was
receivers
wide
over
open.
there.
And that, I'm like, dude, that's questionable. Like, why are you not throwing it?
Like, we mentioned this in our last episode, and I feel more strongly about it now than ever. Like, teams are just the gap that there was a huge gap between USA and everyone else for a very, very long time.
And for good reason. The USA invented football.
Yeah.
There should be a gap.
Yeah.
And so, like, the thing is now, it's like that gap's getting smaller and smaller. And the difference, even the difference between, like, these really good, the big three that we would say and the other teams, it's a talent gap, I would say. Schematically, I think a lot of teams are, at least USA, I wouldn't put that Canada in that same boat, but, like, Canada and Mexico, like, I think they're pushing the envelope as far as, like, play calling and schemes. But with USA, it's just, like, there are teams that are talent-wise worse than them, but schematically superior,
Yeah.
and that's going to, as teams get better and more experienced, like, it's going to be a problem. I mean, the nice thing is, like, the sport's developing so much with the youth right now that, like, once they get smart, like, it'll be easy to replace, but, like, there needs to be a change,
Yeah.
Do we think that they're going to, honestly, like, do you guys think they will change the team before the Olympics?
I don't know.
I sure to God.
I,
hope
I,
so.
I think they will just because like
If they don't, they're
starting
fucking
to, they're starting to
stupid.
lose these tournaments.
Well, it's
And so
like
I think
you can see, like, from Mexico, like, they're on their sidelines. They've all got headsets. Like, they're running packages.
Well, not
like,
only that, like the Mexico team from last year, when
yeah,
they
it's
played in the
changed, and
IFAF,
that's
when they played in the IFAF World Championships, they have a lot of different players and they were competitive last year. They went to the championship game, and they still weren't like complacent, like, oh, we're good enough, we don't need to change
Didn't
anything.
you say like 80% of the team of Mexico's team is new this year?
I don't want to say that because I don't know for sure.
what
If I'm
did
being
you
honest, it's hard to look up their roster. To be honest with you, like the USA puts out their own stuff.
Yeah, everyone.
So it's hard to look up their own.
I bet they do. It's just in their own language. I bet if we looked it up,
I don't know. It's tough to find if I'm
Wouldn't
being
you
honest.
think, though, if you
I
just-
looked for like an hour one day and I could not figure out what their roster was.
their
last
roster for
year.
Panama's up.
I could not find out what
Okay.
their roster was last year though.
Yeah.
It was really tough, and like they had numbers, and like it was just really tough.
Yeah.
So I can't say for
bet
sure,
they
but
posted
we
it
know
on
for a
their
fact
own,
that there is a lot of new faces, right?
Yeah.
I can't tell you the percentage, but there's a lot of
We
new
were talking
faces,
about earlier
and
that
so
they were getting defenders specifically looking
Yeah.
at guarding
this is the
Madison,
interception.
Fulford,
Okay.
and Izzy.
yeah, and so you can tell that they're not complacent. They were competitive last year. They went to the championship game. They lost to the
right.
USA barely,
I
right?
found the interception. It was first down. It wasn't first and short. It was first down, and
she that's
It was
where
to
I was telling
Madison on
that.
the
I was like,
sideline.
why the is she trying to
What
launch
was everyone
it
else
when
doing
she
in
can
those
just?
in the play?
She
there wasn't really anything. She probably should have thrown it away.
what
Go
about
back.
the middle? Was
Go
Clam
back.
not open?
I
Go
don't
back.
think so.
It's hard to tell with the camera work, but I remember that where I'm just like,
I don't
why
see
are
one
you
open.
forcing it? Why are you forcing
Yeah,
it?
she should
Nancy
have. She
coulda-
that's when they dropped 5. It's they didn't rush. They dropped 5. She should have thrown it away.
I feel like this game USA just did not play to their best. That like
Well,
I feel like they
defense, I think,
could've.
started out strong. They had
Yes,
some, they had
defense
some
was doing
really
really good in
good
the
stops in the
beginning.
beginning. Like,
Yeah.
I think they had
Yeah.
2 goal line stops.
Yeah,
Right?
they did.
Yeah.
So they were
Well,
doing.
not only that, like
On the
sorry,
one.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no,
They
go
had
ahead.
3 plays from the one and they didn't score.
Like
No.
twice. Like
I
Yeah.
just
Two
felt some,
plays.
some
Two
just
plays
was
from
off with offense. It just wasn't
Yeah.
clicking.
Well,
You
and it
can't-
just kind of felt like once Mexico started scoring, they couldn't stop. You know, like they scored late in the
You
first.
can only ask the defense so
Yeah.
much, like for what they did the first half was like, impressive. And so it's like at that point, okay, Mexico's now starting to run with it and like USA need to do the same thing. So we can't really blame USA's defense. They had that really bad
That one they missed
They
the
missed
flag
those
pole, and then
flags.
she
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
went through.
Well, that's kind of
That
where was that their first score or second score? I can't remember.
Second.
I think.
That was their second score.
I
It
know
wasn't their
I know it
first
was the
score.
second half.
And then they
Okay.
started doing the double Q stuff that really just at the first time threw off.
Well, and then they started
USA.
pushing it deep. They had the deep touchdown too.
Yep.
So as far as defensively wise, USA like
The
Not-
biggest question I have from that game, right, is once London Jenkins started rushing, Flores was pocket passer, and I wonder, was she being conservative because they were up late in the game, or was she intimidated by London Jenkins?
Well, and Nat brought up
athleticism?
a good point where it's just like they did do a lot of dual Q. They did that second option, so maybe she didn't really even have to be as mobile or have
That's
to
true.
roll out
That
as
could
much
be
just
it.
because there was a lot of 2Q.
Well, it's like my thing is if I'm playing Flores, right, you need a rusher that won't let her jab step and
right.
get around, because like that was like if you're a rusher and someone's using the same move on you over and over and over again, and it's starting to like that's on the like.
well, that's like one of the number one rules as a rusher. Don't let them roll out.
Yeah.
Like you stay in
Keep
front
them
of
in
them.
front of them,
And
yeah.
it's just like you're not learning if she's still. That's all she's doing.
Yeah, just a jab left and then roll right.
Yep.
You know, that's what she did. Actually, I remember the second time I watched it, because I watched it 3 times. Oh, I guess 4 times. I watched it. The second time I watched it, I was like, oh man, like Flores rolling right. She always rolls right. But like there's a couple times she throws left as well. So like she can roll both ways. And she's on the run, she's a really good passer. I think pocket, she struggles a little bit.
Yeah.
But like she seems more comfortable rolling out. But like if I'm seeing that, it's just like I need a rusher. I don't even care if the rusher gets sacks. They need to keep her in the pocket.
Yeah, just keep
They
her
need to keep her in the
front.
pocket.
Yeah.
You know, because like once you do that, you extend the play. Now, in my opinion, like as a coach, like it's not the coverage people's fault that their players are getting open. Now you're covering for 4 or 5 seconds.
And
Like that's hard.
I'm sorry.
But the smart thing
defense will break down.
from Mexico
Has
was
to.
whether
Yeah.
it was the coaching or whether it was Flores. They started when London came in. There was a couple designed as soon as she caught the snap. She wasn't waiting for London. She went. She
Yeah.
started rolling out from the snap, right? And I don't know if that was coaching thing, but I think it was smart of her because they realized that's a strength of hers. And so whether it bought her more time or just gets her in a more comfortable position, that was really smart.
Yeah.
Well, I think
Good
during those
adjustment.
plays too is like she was rolling out immediately, but they also did a double quarterback going back.
Yeah.
So, and for Team USA, their scheme was that if there was 2 quarterbacks going back, they were going to rush both.
Yep.
immediately. That's what they were gonna do, and as soon then you just see Team USA just like chilling, not doing anything. Honestly, like that corner is just kind of.
It was the middle.
waiting.
The middle was the double rush, and sometimes she went, sometimes she
Delia
didn't.
would not, and that's
Yeah.
what honestly
Yeah,
that's
you're
what would them over, and they would score the
and what we
end zone.
kind of
that
saw is like in the beginning of the game they weren't disguising their 2Q stuff, and so like USA knew like as soon as they showed
were rushing
2Q,
both.
they were
Exactly.
rushing both, and then later in the game they started disguising it, and when they were disguising it, that
It
middle
froze
linebacker,
that middle.
Yeah.
It froze the middle, and it opened shit wide open.
Wide
and that's what I'm saying. Like the fact that Mexico it has somebody an eye in the sky, like I don't know if that's what the reason they made those adjustments. Who knows, you know? But they're taking advantage of something that other people aren't, and I don't. If that's within the rules, why aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, I'm curious to see if changes will be made or not based off these last.
You just kind of feel like if the goal is to be the best in the world, you feel like changes have to be made at this point, right? Like when you're, I'll be like when we're debating online with people about who should be on the national team, right? When we're debating about Vanita, when you get to say she's only lost one time, that is a strong argument, right? Like we can say like, oh, there's this, and this, but they're like, hey, maybe she has all the problems, but she's lost one time.
Yeah.
Now she's lost 3 times, 2 in a year. And I'm sorry, like Mexico right now, king of national play is Mexico. Viva Mexico.
But I can
right?
also see USA trying to be like, we're going to prove everyone wrong and keeping the same squad.
Losing the Olympics would be such an embarrassment for USA.
Yeah, and
Like,
if
that's
you want,
sad. That's football.
if
Like,
you want my unfiltered, honest opinion, I think the USA team with the players they have right now, obviously can win right now. And if you want my honest opinion, it's the coaching that's a major problem. I think personnel, obviously, there can be changes, and we don't think Vanita should be QB1 right now. That's just we've made that opinion. We're gonna stick by it, right? But can they win with Vanita right now? 100% they could win with Vanita right now, right? I think it's the coaching that is their major issue. Now, should they make personal changes? We think so, but do they have to make personal changes right this second? Yeah. I don't think they have to. I think they need to make coaching changes right this second because clearly it is not going well. They have the personnel to win right now. I think in the future they have to make these changes because we have to get better for the Olympics. Like things are going to change over the next 2 or 3 years, right? But right now they've got to make coaching changes because
here's
that's
the
where
thing.
they're weakest.
After this Olympics, there's no guarantee it's an Olympic sport ever again.
True.
Right?
It's like
so
breakdancing.
this could be
they're like, okay, that was a really bad decision. We're gonna
Put in that Australian chick right now.
Oh my god.
I think it will be because it's becoming more and more popular,
Yeah.
but there's no guarantee. And like, what an embarrassment! Like if America, the United States doesn't win. And like, here's the thing: I don't want to downplay. Like, here's the thing: you see the passion in Mexico and Canada for flag football, and so like, if they decide it's their sport and they do the work to make it their sport, they get to, like, in my opinion, they get to. Yeah, maybe it was born here, but it was mastered somewhere else.
Yeah.
And I think what a travesty! Like, what a travesty! Like. This is our sport, like, and here I hate saying it like that because like it belongs to whoever wants it,
Yeah.
It the sport, whatever sport gets invented, where it'll always be born in America, but the sport belongs to whoever's willing to master it. And right now, the countries that seem willing to master it are Canada, Mexico. I think Japan's on the comeuppance. I think there's a lot of Panama's on the comeuppance.
Really? Oh my
I
god.
think
Austria.
these European, there's a lot of European teams that like they're figuring it out fast,
Yeah.
and it's just like, so whatever, we don't. And I also think that the thing that like I think sometimes I forget to take into consideration is like our younger generation seems to be adopting the sport really quickly too, like the younger generation of girls. So there might be, even if like we kind of stumble here with that transition, like I do think in the long run, right? Like the sport's in a good place, right? So I'd say like in the end, it was a great, like it's cool to see the sport growing. It was cool to see some new teams out there playing.
Yeah.
Like Mexico, I think they're the team to beat now, right? Like I think international play is done for the year.
Yeah.
So like they get to enjoy that for until next year, and I just hope, I hope USA is gunning for them. I hope they make the change necessary to get back on top. But
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah.
Cool. Well,
Thanks for coming, Nat.
thanks.
You're very welcome. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, thanks for
She's
coming
gonna
on here.
heal so fast.
So fast.
And we'll see everyone at
so much
Arlington.
faster.
The comeback's real, my friends.
Yeah.
Are we gonna do that like and subscribe thing?
Yeah.
Like and subscribe.
Comment.
Follow us on
like,
Instagram. Like,
Oh
subscribe.
my gosh. Okay.
Let's go. 1, 2, 3.